And we're live. Hello and welcome to a Lego building stream on a Thursday night because we have nothing better to do. Today I'm building GARMADON'S Dark Fortress. As you can see, I have the parts. I have the instruction manual off to the side because it's a big instruction manual and the desk doesn't have room for it. And I am joined by one wonderful person and Cut the Craggle. We'll see.
I think you have that backwards, actually.
No, two wonderful people here. We got Cut the Craggle.
Hello.
And this Greg guy, whoever he is.
Yeah, I chose this over more sleep. So, yeah.
Probably a bad decision, to be honest.
I mean, yeah, it was rough last night, but I'm feeling good now. Sort of.
But anyway, hello, Titanium J52, Tim Stafford's Lego Panda Guy, M Productions, Brickbinder, Grant Ninjago Productions, Isaac Booker. Welcome, everybody. Got this set on a really good deal. You'll see how much I paid for it tomorrow in the haul video. Daily uploads for the rest of the month.
Wow.
Here we go. That's the goal.
That's
I got
cool.
a lot of Ninjago content and a lot of hauls. So.
You should tell them the contest. If they can guess the price right on, Jim Blade will send you the set for free.
That is, if somebody guesses how much I paid for it, then
the exact price to the penny.
The exact price to the penny.
Oh, there could be some
I
cheaters
find it
on
so
this,
funny
though.
that you Americans say to the penny, and yet you don't have penny. You have cents.
Well, it's weird because yeah, you do have cents. Like you'd say 45 cents, but you can have a penny included in those cents. It's odd.
It makes no sense.
We also have dollars and bucks and anything else you.
It was funny because like the other day, Jim Blake was going mental about like the imperial system that obviously used America, whereas we've adopted the metric system. And I was like, it's just funny though because like America is so like we fought the British, we got our independence and everything, but they're using the British Empire measuring system all these years later after Britain's no longer using it.
And it's based on like just questionable numbers.
It's terrible.
Like, the metric system, you know all the numbers because they're all based off of a singular unit, whereas we have like foot, inches, yards.
Like 1, 12, 3, like
you don't know what anything is. Like,
it makes you wonder how Britain had an empire that spanned like 3/4 of the globe using the measuring system so bad. You know,
have,
like, how do we
mile.
find our way around? Like, you know,
a mile is 5,280 feet. Like, why is that a mile?
Exactly. It's so bizarre.
Oh my gosh!
Nobody in chat has guessed the price yet. You all are not good at
it. The thing was, like, we adopted the metric system, I think, in the 80s, but in schools they only started like teaching it sort of like the mid 90s. So when I was in school, like the first like few years, we were being taught imperial, and then they're like, "Oh, forget all that. You got to learn metric now." So it's kind of like I know metric quite well, but I've also got a little bit of imperial knowledge in the back there. It's weird.
Sure. I don't know if you know anything about Americans, but we're very set in our ways. And even if the thing is wrong that we're doing, we still won't change that just out of principle, which is sad.
It's fair enough. It happens,
you know, I guess that the switch over, we feel like, even though better in the long run is too hard in the short run, therefore we don't do it.
I think that's a lot of people. I think that's the human condition in general, though.
Here's one nice thing, though, Craggle. We have liters of soda, so you can get a 2-liter bottle of soda.
Yeah, yeah, that's true. Yeah.
Actually, no, we have like a 20-ounce bottle of soda, and then you can get a 2-liter bottle of soda.
We also have a 16-ounce bottle too.
But why don't we have? Shouldn't it be like 0.5 liters instead, or something? Or shouldn't the 2-liter bottle be like 100 ounces, or I don't know what it would be.
See, because ounces, I always like think of like sugar or flour, like to do with baking.
Yeah.
So when someone says like ounces to do with like a liquid, it completely throws me because that is one thing that is really stupid. Like in the UK, we've adopted a metric, like as we were saying, like, you know, where the last 20 years have gone before the stream started. So it's been a while now that we've had the metric system that you pick up any UK cookbook and it's always an imperial. And it's like, I just don't get that. Why is it like when you're cooking you have to use the imperial system, but anything else? But if you buy the products, you know, if you buy in like, you know, the ingredients, they're going to be in metric. So it's
very confusing.
Yeah.
All these people that thought they were tuning into an Ninjago stream are now getting educated on the metric system.
Yeah. But I'm saying that we have stuff like the quarter pounder. So it's like, why have we got a quarter pounder burger if no one knows what a pound is anymore?
What should yours be? Yours should be the, what would you call that?
Well, like if you ever watch Pulp Fiction, he talks about when he went to Europe and he means like on the continent, that he call it a Royale with cheese, which is okay. But over here, it's a Royale if it's chicken. If it's beef, it's a quarter pounder.
Okay, no, I'm saying if instead of calling it a quarter pounder, if you still want to use the weight thing or part of it, what would you call it? Would it be like a half?
Pound.
What is a pound equal to?
A pound here is 0.45 a kilogram. So a quarter of a pound would be
a 0.10 kilogram.
Yeah, 0.10 of a kilogram. That doesn't sound quite right, does it?
It doesn't sound very edible.
No. But then I always wonder how McDonald's can actually say that their burgers are quarter pounders when they're like paper.
I believe it's prior. It's prior to cooking, I believe. I think the raw meat.
Prior to them killing the cow.
The cow was a quarter pound. Yeah. They have all these miniature cows that they just keep on stock.
Greg, you can't be revealing
in the field like next where they grow their bread, Greg.
Oh, McDonald's secrets revealed on a Ninjago stream.
Wow. This is the content that you subscribe for.
Is it what they subscribe for? Jim Blade's looking at his subscriber count going down right now.
I don't think
we got one dislike already.
Come on, you guys can do better than that. How many dislikes can we get here?
No, let's not.
I'm kidding.
Rogue hasn't showed up yet.
Is he coming in?
I think he said he was.
Oh.
Cool.
No, Rogue's cool though. So.
I like that guy.
Yeah, better than that other British guy we got in the group. Like
I like them both. I'm still waiting for the Krogel podcast whenever that's coming out.
I'm still waiting for the ultimate British beatdown when they just wrestle each other and see who wins.
Wow, that would probably be more entertaining than the podcast.
I don't know. I'm a big guy and Rogue looks kind of innocent. I feel like I just sit on him and you die.
I just kind of feel like if you started beating him up, like it just wouldn't be a fair fight, you know?
Yeah, I think bad for him.
As much as you hate him, I feel like you would feel bad afterwards.
Yeah, I think I would feel bad during. It'd be like, what am I doing?
Yeah, like he's so pretty too. You wouldn't want to like mess his face up.
Wow, I thought it was your wife that liked him.
I mean, it is Rogue. I don't need to say anything more.
Yeah, you probably shouldn't have said anything to begin with.
True.
Well,
this isn't live though, is it? It's
yeah.
Oh,
I thought it was a private call.
Oops. I take it all back.
I don't think you do.
I don't.
Well, that's
I should show what I'm building now. I could turn my camera on. Let me get my tripod thing set up.
Somebody wants to know what I'm doing in a community stream. Never, because
wow.
Because it's a lot of work, and I only do it for other people. I don't do it for myself.
Well, I appreciate that.
Yeah. Speaking of which, I hope your check is in the mail.
I paid you in loyalty points,
which
can be used at. I don't know. I got nothing. They have no monetary value whatsoever.
No monetary value.
I pay you in Walmart smiley face stickers. They even do that anymore? That used to be a thing.
I don't think they do. Titanium J52 asks if I watch all of season 13. Yes, and I must say it is amazing. I will not spoil it. All I will say is that it is the best Ninjago season in a while.
Wow.
There are ninjas.
There are ninjas, yeah.
I just want to know if they think that you would go a period of time without watching a new Ninjago season when it comes out.
What do you mean? Like,
so say season 13 comes out. What is the maximum amount of time you would go without watching that?
Until all the episodes are available in 1080p in English.
Oh, okay. So I'm a little.
But I watched all of them anyway, so.
I was thinking to watch them immediately.
Yeah.
If they're available in another language, I will not watch them because I want to be able to understand it. So.
I mean, you could learn another language.
What if it was like "Hola, Jay"? "Hola, Kai"?
I don't understand. So.
Me gusto, Ninjago.
I swear I just heard someone crying then.
That was Clark Man.
Oh.
He's working on a little set here.
Oh, okay.
He was laughing, not crying. Clark is the one person in the world that thinks I'm funny.
It's BCS. Why don't you review season? Or why didn't I review season 12 sets? You know, that's a good question. Normally I do those build videos. I don't know why I didn't do them for the season 12 sets. I really should have, but I just didn't.
Yeah, you slacker.
Don't worry. Season 13, I'm going to review all the season 13 and new legacy sets. And if that rumor list I posted a video about the other day, if that's true, 2021 is going to be a mighty nice year for Ninjago.
Well, it can't be worse than 2020.
2020 was a top 5 year for Ninjago.
He's just getting you going.
Yeah.
Oh, speaking of which, I gotta do that. I gotta do that video too, ranking the years of Ninjago.
Is it gonna be a tier list?
It wasn't gonna be a tier list. I mean, I'd probably be better off. But
the funny thing about tier lists is you don't even have to watch it. You can kind of just go to the end of the video and be like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
Unless you really care about what the person has to say.
You're not supposed to tell people that, Greg.
Oh, revealed. Or you can not even click on the video, just kind of watch it as it plays on YouTube. And
that is true. I'm pretty sure you still get watch time for that anyway. So.
Oh, really?
I didn't think even tier lists was still a thing. I thought like that had come and gone.
Short lifespan on that. I feel like that was like a late 2019 thing, and that was it.
It was like a very one in.
Everything has like a short lifespan now. Like, do you know guys? Do you know a band called Weezer?
What?
Yeah.
Yeah, they did a video a while back. I think it was called Pork and Beans, and in that video they had like all different what was then internet stars and people from internet memes. And the video came on the other day, when I was listening to songs on YouTube, and in the comments people were saying if they try to do that nowadays, every meme would be out of date by the time the video was made because there's such a fast turnaround. Whereas back then, 10, 12 years ago, they used to last for months or a year or so,
Yeah.
Whereas now it's a week. If that.
Oh, I gotta put one of those. Oh, I forgot about this feature that was in here. Come on, go in.
I have a question for you, Jim Blade.
Yes.
Are you going to be filming a review during the stream? Because if so, you might want to mute your mic this time.
I'm not doing that during the stream. No.
Did you get any views on that review video?
Actually, as a matter of fact, it has 130.
Wow.
Wait, what did I do wrong?
Where's Greg gone?
Oh, he's back.
I always get booted whenever I do anything with my phone.
Are you building R2-D2?
Working on it, yeah.
Ooh, sexy.
Pretty cool. Oh, Clarkman's over here too.
Hi, Clarkman.
He's working on something. Craggle says hi. I have headphones on.
I wonder why you have headphones.
Well, I had it so they could have the microphone and they could hear me.
Alright, so here's the play feature. So it's this little grave thing. You push this red lever down, and a skeleton pops up.
Ooh.
And the top of the thing pops off, which is
spooky.
Spooky. Alright, and then, ooh, spider. Okay. So nobody's guessed the price of this, so.
Let me try something once here.
Did anyone try?
Yeah, a bunch of people tried. Nobody came close.
Does my audio sound like crap right now?
No.
Does this sound okay? Okay. Now Clarkman can hear you guys now.
Hello.
Hello.
Clarkman, how you going?
Yeah, just on a Jurassic World set.
He's working on a Jurassic World set. I'm going to try to make a video about it tomorrow.
Dinosaurs.
Oh, yeah.
Jurassic World's a very underrated theme, I think.
It's so
Yeah.
good.
I don't like a lot of the vehicle builds they do, not so much like the tank type ones. I want to do more Jeeps and the Ford Wrangler stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what Clarky has right here. He's kind of it's like a Jeep.
That one's cool. Yeah, I like that.
Wait, what's that? What's that one?
It's Baryonyx something or other.
Oh,
I found it at Walmart.
Oh yeah, that one's a good one. That's got the I don't know what you guys call it. We would call it a caravan.
Yeah, it's like a trailer, camper trailer.
Yeah.
And it's got a cool dinosaur with it and a truck that pulls everything. It's pretty cool.
If I remember correctly, it's also the one that's got the really cool VHS printed tiles.
It does. Yeah, you're right.
It has a waterfall too in the back.
A little bit of a waterfall there as well, and it's got some jewels and such.
I bought the Triceratops set. I got that for Christmas actually. That was a really fun set.
Okay.
Oh, the Triceratops was great. I love the egg ride on there as well. that spins round. I really like some of the Jurassic World stuff that's been based on the show, like when they've included like rides and stuff and attractions, because that was part of the joy for me of Jurassic World, is actually seeing the park open and working and seeing like attractions and stuff.
Sure.
Yeah. All of you guys are guessing, no. It was not. It was under $100. People
Wow.
You can't pay that much for something like this. You're out of your mind.
Wow, he's never giving that set away now.
Yeah.
You guys had a chance. Now you don't.
Failed.
I will say I really like the new Jurassic World set that has the new Indominus and it has like the gyrosphere. Like
yeah, that one's good. Also, I watched Brickstar's video on it. If you want to watch a really good video that doesn't take a whole lot of time to see all the sets, he did a good one on that. I like the $20 set. It's like I think the baby
the lab.
Triceratops. Yeah, it's really cool.
Yeah, I like that one. I got the $20 set from last wave. It was the drone, which I really liked. I got that.
Oh, yeah, we got that one.
Good. Yeah, that was actually a good one.
The worst one, I think, from this wave, in my opinion, is, or at least in Brickstar's opinion, I guess, too, is the plane one. It has like a plane and like a little. Yeah, it's pretty bad. It's $40.
Is that the 4+ one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's so annoying because I really like the new. It's like the third version they've done of blue, and each time they get a little bit more accurate. And I really like this one, but it's like it's so overpriced. That set really should be like 15 quid.
Absolutely, yeah. The things with Jurassic World sets, though, it's like you're either going to pay a lot now or you're going to pay a lot more later if you're thinking about getting them. So if you're a little bit on the fence, you might want to just go ahead and buy it.
Yeah,
that's what I think I'm going to get most like 3 of these Jurassic, like the new ones, like all of them except the juniors one, because I like all 3 of them. So
we got people spamming numbers now in the chat.
Yeah,
I think all the new sets except for that juniors one, I think are worth buying, in my opinion.
I think so too.
There's one I don't like. It's the I'm gonna look on Lego.com now. It's the tank-like one because they've done like 4 vehicles like it now, and I just can't stand.
Well, I mean, I like it because I don't own.
It's the Gallimimus and Pterodon breakdown, which is really annoying.
You know what? That one reminds me a lot of the Batman RC vehicle.
Yes.
My God.
I'm getting like Vietnam flashbacks on that terrible set.
You're absolutely right.
Dude, that set was garbagely overpriced.
And this thing looks exactly like it.
Minifigures with it. The vehicle looks terrible. The side builds, it's just, I don't even know what it's meant to be. It's just garbage. The Pterodon, we've already got very similar Pterodons, but the Gallimimus is the first time we've got that dinosaur, I think, ever. Right. Certainly in that color, and I just think, I want to get a few of them because I want to do like a scene from Jurassic Park 1, when they're flocking this way. That one.
Didn't we see something like that in Jurassic World 2 as well?
The one surprised me. Jurassic World 2 kind of like ripped off a lot of the old films.
I really like Jurassic World 2, and nobody's gonna change me on that. I really liked it.
I like parts of it. What confused me the most was that Jurassic Park 2. It has so many people saying how it let down and how it wasn't as good as the first one. For them then with the second in this sort of continuation franchise to do the exact same mistakes, I was baffled by because it seems to follow so much of the Lost World that you think, really,
the quest for more money.
And I don't get why that guy in it really bugged me. The 2 sort of millennial characters, I think they were dubbed by the critics, but the woman with the glasses who's the veterinarian who's got a chip on her shoulder, and then the other kids who keep screaming all the time.
Oh yeah, I don't know about them, but just
he bugged me so much in that film that I wrote the actor off because all he did for that film was to scream. Justice Smith, I think his name is. And then I saw Detective Pikachu, and I went into it thinking, this guy's going to irritate me. And he was so good in that film. Honestly, he completely won me over. It's what a contrast in roles. It just shows you, different films, different directors, different scripts can make all the difference for an actor,
Yeah, for sure. I think you're right about that set, though. It's not kind of on my list, but I think if you had to walk away of the 4 sets or whatever, I guess the smallest one and the biggest one are the ones to probably snag.
Yeah,
definitely.
I still think I'm going to get all 3 eventually anyway.
Yeah,
but
really
the juniors is a definite skip though. If you're going to skip anything,
absolutely.
Yeah. But yeah, I got the Indominus Rex versus the Ankylosaurus, and the missus got the Doctor Wu's Baby Dinosaurs Breakout of this wave.
Okay.
Last time I got it was the Dilophosaurus on the Loose was the one with the drone. I really liked it. Had like the stands that looked like a T-Rex mouth opening, like a stall. And the Triceratops Rampage was the one that had like the egg spinners.
We have that in the backlog here.
Did you get the Dino Mech one afterwards as well?
No, I didn't. Dave is going to send it to me. I think he was talking about, like, he said he had some extras, and I was like, dude, I'll buy that from you. I ended up missing out on it. I got this basically. I like this just for this guy's torso. I like
the entire set. I like the drone build. Unpopular opinion, but I like the drone.
The drone was quite cool. I like the fact that like he can actually ride it.
Yeah,
well, that's cool.
That net function is really fun too.
Here's this spider that goes on top of the fortress. I'll show that play feature when we get to it, but it's
menacing.
Nice little build.
I think I may like the popcorn that this guy's holding the best of all.
Oh my god!
That's what I really.
Here we go again.
Yeah.
I like the little Easter egg where it has like the silhouette of the Indominus and says "coming soon" on the stall.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah, it's cool. It's a cool little set. How much was this? Was this a $20 set?
It was 20.
I think this may be one of the best sets they put out in the last few years, honestly, and it's not that expensive.
And that was a brand new mold as well for the Dilophosaurus. They downsized it a little bit because like the last year's one was taller than it was taller than a raptor. What's funny is apparently I read an article quite recently, and they said like the Dilophosaurus in the films is pretty much a complete fabrication. In fact, he was like one of the largest dinosaurs of his time period, and there's no indication that they like it had venom like that, like it does in the film or something. So
it's movie magic.
Dude, I used to be a dinosaur nerd back.
I mean, in all fairness, I thought it was in Jurassic World, like the fourth film, the first Jurassic World movie. He does say like they would look quite different if they were like pure recreations, but we've always like put like amphibian DNA to sort of fill in the gaps. And I thought that was kind of like future proofing it, because people were like saying, "Oh, you should have feathers on the dinosaurs now because that's what the current theory is," and like they can just do and stick to the traditional type look and say, "Oh, it's because we got amphibian DNA in them," you know?
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, there's a chance that they could have had feathers like chickens, and there's some crossover there, but they're also very much like crocodiles too, or alligators. So it's really hard to say. No one was there to see it, so it is kind of weird though to know that or to think that something that you've been told your whole life could possibly be completely wrong.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I used to be really into that sort of stuff, and just like I had a bunch of books. I had like an entire bin of plastic dinosaurs and stuff like that. I was just like,
wow.
Everything I know is a lie.
It's all a lie.
It's all a lie. It's all made up by the government, just like Australia.
The dinosaurs actually look like birds.
Like the first time I talked about this was I was on LJ's podcast, LJ Johnson, and we had a massive discussion about dinosaurs. And one of the comments came through because it was live. Said, "Do you think that Lego should start putting feathers on the dinosaurs?" And I said, "I don't think they should, because one, I think it would look terrible, and two, it's just the current theory. So go with 10 years from now, they could turn around and go, oh, actually, they had fur, not feathers." Do you know what I mean?
Sure.
It's and like I said in the film, they kind of say oh, we put amphibian DNA, and that just kind of future-proofs it. I think that one line kind of masks all problems. Like when I was in uni, there was a girl there who was in studying paleontology, and she was saying that because when dinosaurs roamed the earth, there was so much more oxygen in the atmosphere that if they were around now, they'd probably be all gasping for breath. They wouldn't be able to survive because there's less oxygen than there was back then. It's like the equivalent to going up a mountain, I guess, Oh,
okay. Makes sense.
Well, oxygen tank, going up Everest like that. And I said, the thing is, though, they mix DNA from modern-day amphibians, so that could be the reason that they can survive now.
Do you think it's possible to ever do something like what Jurassic World did, bring them back like that? Do you guys think that could ever happen?
I think so. I mean, I think it all depends on the quality of the DNA. There was talks about them bringing back woolly mammoths about 2-3 years ago, and they said that's viable because they have DNA samples that have been frozen and preserved, and they can clone sheep, so there's no reason why they couldn't clone William
yeah,
Afton.
I remember that cloning thing. That was like we read a book. It was like I think Double Identity is what the book was called. It was a really good book, and it was just like it was about cloning, and we learned about the sheep and all that.
It'd be tough though because if you only had one, if you made one, you'd have to make another one, which would be an exact copy for them to mate. But then I guess you could probably start splicing things around and stuff, just like Jurassic World.
That's where it all goes wrong.
Yeah, and then you get ones that are really smart and they eat you and all this other stuff.
All right, in the chat, Harry Crow Vlogs asked if you could bring back one Ninjago set, which would it be? I want a remake of or I don't know if you mean bring back or if you want mean remake. But if you're talking about remake, I want a remake of the Ultrasonic Raider. That's what I want. But if you're talking about bring back the Fire Temple.
Let's change that question to if they could create any set that hasn't been seen yet, what would you like?
Borg Tower, forever and always.
What is it?
Borg Tower from season 3, and it will happen. I 10th anniversary bet.
What word are you saying right now?
Borg, B-O-R-G.
Okay, I thought you said pork sour. I'm like, is
that like Star Trek?
Is that a dish?
No, Borg Tower.
I swear the Borg is like a Star Trek thing.
Porg is Star Wars.
Jim Blade, they already have a Porg in Star Wars. You don't have to have that set.
No, the Borg is in like Cyborg is like the bad guys in like the Star Trek like First Contact, isn't it?
Oh, I don't know.
I think that one goes there. All right, and this
Any Star Trek people out there?
I only know the Star Trek film. And I swear, like, First Contact was one of the really good ones. It was like the Next Generation crew, and they go back in time. And there's like the Borg on there.
Okay. You know, back to I was thinking about the whole dinosaur thing. Yeah, and I guess of any lesson, like you don't have to change the movies or whatever, but if there's any lesson to be taken from it, it's that there's been so many times in history where we thought we knew everything and everything was like figured out. You should just be skeptical of anything because we could find out that we're completely wrong about everything. You know, it's wild. Yeah. Like how many years do people believe that everything revolved around the Earth?
Oh, that was people.
Like the Earth is flat. Well, some people still believe the Earth is flat.
The Earth is a cube, Craggle. It's a cube.
But
I haven't seen that theory yet, but maybe.
No, but the Earth.
You're absolutely right. Like I used to, I still do, but it's not been on for a while. Watch a program over here in the UK called QI. And they talk about debunking popular myths and like facts that you think you know but actually are wrong and stuff like that. And in one episode they talk about something that's called the half-life of a fact, and it's basically that any information that is true and factual can have a half-life. Whereas, like, what you think is true, like, especially in terms of, like, medicine and science, then an actual fact is, like, there's almost, like, a phenomenon where they can measure, like, how long that's going to be true for before a new discovery debunks it.
Yeah.
It was really interesting. You think, like, well, no, a fact is a fact. And it's like, well, yeah. But
I mean, think about a time in medical history where they used to put leeches on you to take away sickness. And it would suck the bad blood out of you. It's like at the time that was probably like, okay, that makes total sense, right? And they thought it worked. How many things are we doing right now that we think makes sense and totally work that absolutely don't?
Yeah, absolutely.
We just think that we're on the cusp of all this technology and stuff when there's probably so much more out there, I would assume.
Brick Tony asks, quick question, is the sponsor of today's live stream Coca-Cola? No, we're actually sponsored by Olive Garden. When you're here, your family. If you use code JimBlade at checkout, you'll get no % off because that's not a real thing. Because they did give me a code, but we're sponsored by Olive Garden. Thank you.
I thought that we were sponsored by InGen. We're sponsored by InGen just because we could didn't mean we should.
Actually, no. We're sponsored by GARMADON'S Industries. All your evil needs for Ninjago since 2011.
Clark is loving your jokes right now.
That's JimBlade.
He thinks you're hilarious.
I understand.
Has Clark seen the Jurassic Park films, or?
Yeah, he watched. I think we've watched the original one. I tend not to watch the number 2 and number 3, but we like the Jurassic World series. I'm hoping for more of that.
Jurassic World 3 is coming at some point.
Oh, is it?
What's
the premise? Are they rebuilding the?
It's called Jurassic World Dominion. That's all we.
It's about because at the end you saw the end of the second film, right? Fallen Kingdom, right?
Yeah, I saw it, but was there something that?
Yeah, so basically, it's like now the dinosaurs are out in the world, and also like other like organizations now have the technology to make dinosaurs and stuff. It's going to be like how, like in that one, they talk about like genetic engineering and cloning being the new sort of nuclear power.
Okay.
So it's going to be like how the world sort of adapts to that, basically.
I see. Okay.
I'm in. Oh, hi, BFAB.
Hey, how's it going, y'all?
BFAB.
Look at what BFAB.
Clark, how's it going, buddy?
He's trying to get me to do something.
What's that?
Your name. You haven't changed your name yet.
Oh, I like this new name.
The other thing is, there's actually a short film directed by Colin Trevorrow, who directed the first Jurassic World movie, and he's directing the third one. And it's like a precursor to the next film. It's kind of like a in between, and it's a bunch of people who are in the woods, sort of camping. And you know, like how I guess in America, sometimes you got to beware of like bears in the woods and stuff.
Sure.
When now, because of what happened in the second film, like they're out camping, and all of a sudden, like these two dinosaurs like crash the campsite and start having a massive fight. You know, basically.
Oh wow!
Wait, do we have a release date for Dominion? Isn't it supposed to be next year?
Yeah, but I think it might get delayed.
This is really interesting because this actually will become Jurassic World. Like it'll go from amusement park to actual world.
Yeah, I think it's quite a good step. I wasn't massively keen on the last one and some of the stuff they did, but I'm interested to see where they go with this.
I don't know. I left the theater in the last one thinking like, wow, that was really incredible because the movie made me feel like all these things. Like I felt sadness, like when the island was burning down and the dinosaurs. I felt like suspense when they were in the house and like everything was happening and like there was just like I don't know. I had every emotion that you could possibly have in a movie.
Right. Yeah. All right, so the tentative release date for Jurassic World 3, better known as Jurassic World Dominion, is June 11th, 2021. So we are about a year away from Jurassic World 3, and it'll probably be the last one, and then they'll probably reboot it again.
This is what got me, though, is that they were talking before about like this being another trilogy. And then recently, the guy said that he doesn't see this as the end of the Jurassic World trilogy, but the start of a new story. And I was like, oh, what?
Wait, who said that?
The director, Colin Trevorrow.
So, you're talking about people I don't know who they are. All I care about is I know the actors' names, and Chris Pratt is Chris Pratt. Yeah.
He has a man crush on him.
I mean, that's understandable.
I mean, who doesn't?
True.
What? Jim Blade's not straight?
No, I'm not you, first of all.
You just got BFAB really excited.
It's quite funny because going back to like what Jim Blade said is that Jurassic World 2 Fallen Kingdom actually confirmed that the Lost World was canon because there was a lot of people that thought that basically Jurassic World was saying that 2 and 3 didn't happen and that it was Jurassic Park then Jurassic World, but in Jurassic World Fallen Kingdom they mentioned Isla Sorna, which is the island that appeared in 2 and 3. Better or worse.
Craigle, I have no idea what you're talking about.
I didn't know Craigle was such a movie dude.
I thought Rogue would know more about this because he's a big Jurassic nerd.
It's not owned by Disney, though.
Oh, I'm a massive Jurassic Park fan. I thought you knew I was a movie dude. I actually studied filmmaking. I was a filmmaker for a while.
Oh, I didn't know that. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, he works in a certain industry which is very naughty, so.
I'm sure we had conversations about this on Game Stream, Greg.
I did not know that. Did I miss it? Probably.
You probably was listening.
Greg, he directed your favorite shows on a certain X-rated website.
I was probably getting some chips or something, I imagine.
Yeah.
While we're on the topic of movies, though, so they have all this backlog of movies that they're waiting to put out right now that were supposed to come out this year. Will we see 2021 with like a surplus of movies, or is there just going to be a permanently 1-year delay on all future movies that come out?
Probably permanent delay.
I think it's going to be a mixture. I feel like some movies are going to come out regardless because of like the studios want to get them and then move on to the next one. But I think that also it's going to be like a bit of a delay for the next 3 or 4 years. I feel like it's going to have a knock-on effect.
They're going to sneak things they're like, well, we can probably not start working on this one right away.
I don't think we're going to have double the amount of films in 2021, but I feel like we'll have a bit more than usual for the next like 3 years, if that makes sense, and they will probably even out then.
Yeah.
Right.
Make it a sense.
John Wick 4, yeah, that's what I'm looking forward to as well. I love John Wick movies.
I've seen no John Wick movies. I should probably watch them.
I have not watched one either.
Oh,
I've
my
heard,
words.
I've heard really good things.
Your life's out.
I don't have a life, so I can't sort out what I don't have, Craggle. Why you gotta be so offensive?
Don't say that, Jim Blade. He might want to give you a hug.
Please don't.
You have a wife. It's just really boring.
That makes me feel even worse. No, I have.
This is the highlight of your week right now.
That is. Well,
I mean, is it bad that it's for me too?
Last night's Craggle's story. That was the highlight of my week.
Well, I'll be looking forward to the update on that.
Oh, we can.
We can't talk about it here.
Well, we can tell you in the post show though.
That's fine.
Can we? You decide now that everyone can just talk about what I told you guys in confidence.
If anyone can guess the Craggle story in the chat, Jim Blade will give you the set that he's building.
That is not true. Listen to him.
I mean, you can say it's true because let's face it, no one's ever going to guess that.
I just want to see the speculation that's behind it. Because people are thinking right now, they're like, what could Craggle have possibly talked about or done?
I was going to say something.
If somebody got it, that'd be the best.
Alexis Gallery says, are there any movies you guys are waiting to see?
Black Widow and Jurassic World 3.
There's movies out right now that I have yet to see, so I'm okay.
What's in theaters right now? Aren't theaters open?
I don't believe so.
I thought they were.
They're down open, yeah, because they did the whole thing where they released like loads of old movies to try and get people to go back to some. In the UK, they've not opened yet. That I'm aware of. They've put like the plans in place where they've like removed like you have a seat, then they removed like free, and then there's a seat, and then they've removed free.
See, that's if it's gonna be like that for premieres because you'll never get a ticket.
I don't know. Cases are spiking right now, so I don't know what the future holds for that kind of stuff.
Oh, so
it's really stupid in the UK. In the UK, like we've started to see like it start to increase again, and yet all they keep talking about is like sort of like going back to the new normal and getting rid of this measure and lifting all the restrictions. And they're like, well, surely the fact that the infection rate and the death rate are starting to increase again should show you that it's maybe a bit too soon. But
yeah,
I don't know.
Remember when you said about schools potentially not going back?
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, I just learned, I think like a day or so ago, that what our school's plan in place is temporarily is just like students can decide how, like, if they want to go to school 5 days a week, if they want to go like every other day, or if they want to do school online.
Sure.
How the hell is that going to work?
Here's one of the craziest plans. I want to hear what your guys' opinion is on this. There's a school in our area, not my wife's school, but a different one, that their plan is just to have like fewer students in. So like there might be some students this week that go on Tuesdays and Thursdays, and then the rest of them go Monday, Wednesday, Friday, and then they'll flip or whatever. And like the classrooms are going to be kind of like spread apart, so that the students aren't going to be sitting directly on top of each other, which is all well and good. But like, what happens when you leave the classroom and everyone's walking in the hall at the same time, or everyone's getting to school at the same time, or everyone's leaving school at the same time, everyone's sitting on the bus together? Like, it's literally going to accomplish nothing. I think you either need to go all in and just be like, frig it, everybody's going to get sick, or we're not going back. That's the two options.
The thing is that we've had a similar thing in schools in the UK. My sister's actually a teacher. And what's really stupid is that the way they've done it doesn't account for siblings. So, like, for example, in one of her classes, she has 2 kids who are in her class and they come in Monday and Wednesday. And then she has 2 kids then in a different class then that she teaches that come in Tuesday, Thursday. So it's like if one of them gets sick, it's going to give it to their sibling, and then the sibling's going to be in the other group. So it's like it doesn't protect them at all.
Or the teacher gets it somehow, and then
that right there, Jim Blade. That's the thing. Yeah. You have like sure kids can get this, and I would say most kids are relatively healthy and don't have any worries. What about the teacher that's there that maybe is like 50, 60 years old, has some health problems? Like the kids are going to be the ones that spread this everywhere. Like your kid's going to go to school, get it from another kid, just like the common cold.
Well, my kid's not going to school because
your kid may not be, but so that student is going to come home to his family, and maybe his mom has health problems, maybe his dad does, maybe both do, maybe they visit their grandmother, maybe grandmother lives with them, and like they're going to kill people doing this, dude.
The thing is, it's like a misconception. People think that only, if you're ill and dying anyway, or if you're old, that you're vulnerable, it can affect so many people in so many different ways. And what people don't realize is the term underlying health condition can mean anything. Like if you're asthmatic, this can kill you.
Sure.
And like a lot of people have mild asthma, don't realize that at risk. Or if you have diabetes, and some of this stuff is undiagnosed. You might not know you're diabetic. You might not know that you're asthmatic until you get this coronavirus and it kills you.
In the United States, I guarantee there's a lot of people, based on like the number of people that are overweight or obese, there's a lot of people have diabetes that don't know it.
Yeah. And the other thing as well is that, at the moment they're saying like, with like cancer and stuff, like 1 in 5 people will directly have someone they know who's having treatment for cancer. Well, if you're having chemotherapy and stuff, your immune system is lowered. This is gonna really be bad for you,
Sure. Yeah.
Right.
There's so many situations where people going, oh yeah, but it's only like the sick and the elderly who are gonna get it, so it's fine. Well, no, I mean, one, that's a terrible attitude to have anyway, but also it's not true.
My initial attitude when this came out was like, okay, everybody's getting this. I hope I just get it and get it over with because I'm healthy and everything's gonna be fine. But then I saw an article about a dude that was like 33 and he died, and I'm like, oh, okay.
Yeah. The other thing,
and then there's some speculation that there could be some long-term effects of this too. Like it's not just a thing where you're sick for a couple of weeks and you just live the rest of your life. There can be like long-term issues, and that's the thing that concerns me a little bit.
They need to hurry up and figure out a freaking vaccine for this.
Like, the thing is, they were talking a while for like the whole herd immunity type policy procedure sort of thing. Sure. It doesn't work because the fact is that you can catch it more than once. It's not that you catch it and then you've got like the antibodies and you never catch it again for the rest of your life. Is that like there was a guy before? I think I talked about you when I like first like got involved in the group actually, like around April time, and he got it like end of 2019 when he was in China, and he said it was just like a really bad case of the flu for about a week, and he was like in healthy 20s. He got it again then the start of this year. Tested positive for the second time, and he was hospitalized and on a ventilator. And he was like, "Well, as far as I'm aware, I'm still as healthy as I was. It's just like,
that's crazy."
Yeah, it's a really messed up thing. I honestly dismissed it when I first heard about it, start of the year. I was like, oh yeah, I remember when they went about bird flu and SARS virus was going to wipe everyone out, and nothing happened. Literally, like nothing changed. But this is been one of the most significant things I think to happen like in recent history.
Oh yeah, people are gonna be reading about this in the history textbooks. Be like Grandpa, what was the great Corona pandemic of 2020? You're like, oh well, let me tell you a story, little Jimmy. Here, this was.
I'm gonna tell the story of how people just didn't want to be inconvenienced in any way and just continue living their lives as normal and spread it way worse than it would have ever needed to be spread.
I want to apologize to all the filmmakers who have ever done like disaster movies or any kind of movie where like the common people have acted really stupidly in a crisis, because I've always gone like, oh come on, people aren't that stupid.
Okay, yeah, people are that stupid.
They are. Like, when you see like you ever seen the film Outbreak and people like are all like trying to like get out of there, they've already got it, and then like I want to get out of here. Yeah, people make stupid decisions, and I hate this. Recently, like with wearing masks, I think has actually come over from your side of the pond. So it's like it's the Americans to blame. But saying that if you wear a mask for longer than 20 minutes, it's going to damage your lungs because you're breathing on your own carbon dioxide. It's like,
no, if you wear a mask, you become more attractive. That's what I heard. That's why I've been wearing it.
The thing is, though, it's like that is utter rubbish because the masks that you wear are basically the same as surgical masks. Surgeons can wear those masks in an operating theatre for like 6 hours when they're doing like the quadruple bypass and heart surgeries, and they're okay.
I would like to say I've been getting more matches on Tinder since I started wearing a mask. So I don't know. There might be some correlation. I don't know.
That's the wrong kind of mask. You're not supposed to wear a GIMP mask.
Oh, my bad.
The funny thing is, like, it's not like they're asking you to do anything like outlandish. It's like, hey, you can go do the stuff you want to do. You just put on a mask.
Wear a freaking mask.
Yeah,
dude, I went in to pick up our subs yesterday before we went camping, and I walked in. I was literally the only person in the place with the mask on. There were like 7 dudes that were like in front of me, like they just came off like their work shift and were getting lunch. No one, the owner of the store, the person working like in the back making the stuff, not a single soul. And that's like yesterday was when I realized like this probably isn't a good idea for me to be doing this, to be honest, because how many people does that lady talk to in a day?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
You know, and how long is it until she finds out that she's actually sick when she is? You know.
Have you seen
Yeah,
that
I mean,
picture
there's somebody
going
that I
around?
work with that has corona, so yeah.
Oh man.
And the thing is, you work close to them, you're shopping, right? So you're in the same vicinity. And I talked to the girl. This girl's really nice, really attractive.
Oh, good God.
Oh, there he goes.
No, I'm just saying. So like I've been around the vicinity of her, but I always had a mask on for the most part. Now, another girl that was always talking to her and hanging out with her, but they literally went through camera footage just to see who was around her. And they saw this other girl who had taken off her mask a bunch around her. So even though she doesn't have corona, she literally gets 2 weeks off at least, and she's getting paid for it. I'm just like,
to prevent it.
I know, but I'm just like, dang it, I want 2 weeks off. I would have taken off my mask if I would have known. You know?
Jesus, BFAB.
Yeah. Oh, they were looking at security footage, basically.
Yeah, they went through security footage. Yeah, it was crazy.
Dang.
I just don't get why people, can't wear a mask. It's not that big a deal. There was a picture before. This woman had a placard, and she was like, "Why does it matter if I don't wear a mask? Surely yours is working." And it's like, I think I did it on like Bricks and Bits when I said it's the whole thing of like, you need to have both people wearing a mask in order to have the maximum amount of protection.
It's because, for the other person, basically, yeah.
Yeah, and it's just like trying to explain that to people just is so hard because people just think, oh yeah, it's fine, and until they know someone who gets it and dies from it, or until they experience it, you just can't tell them.
Yeah. Sadly, here in the United States, at least, it's become like a political thing when it really shouldn't be. Like, of all things, it probably shouldn't be. But everything is.
Especially in PA, especially right here.
I know in my small town, like that's. I guess I won't.
It's almost like a defiance of like saying like, oh, you're taking away my human rights by making me wear a mask. You know, it's so stupid.
You're not taking away your own rights, but just like.
Yes.
I mean. There's a thing now in the UK where they've started opening non-essential shops, reopening with certain restrictions in place, but most of the moment is down to the individual shops' policies. From the 24th of July, it's going to be compulsory for customers to wear masks in shops. It's like, well, why didn't you put that in place for when you open the shops? Is it like between now and the 24th of July, can I not catch corona?
Here's the problem, though. Like our governor has essentially done the same thing. He's like, there's a mandate that this needs to be done, but no one's enforcing it. So you could walk into one place and everybody's strapped up with masks. Like I went into the post office in the city that I live in, masks everywhere. I go to the post office where my PO box is, which is a small town. Only dude wearing a mask, and there's me.
Yeah.
So but who's enforcing it? You know, like our governor has essentially said, if you leave your house, you should have a mask on.
Our governor is the most incompetent person. It's so.
I think, in all fairness, this whole situation has shown how a lot of leaders are actually incompetent around like the world. You know.
I think there's this balancing act though that they're trying to find between like, okay, we need to be safe, but like we can't have the economy come to a halt. So they're trying to like find that balance point. I don't know where that is. You know.
The thing is, though, I completely get that, but at the same time, it's been proven in figures like they could actually, the government, like keep like supporting people and businesses, especially in the UK, up until like basically December, for the same cost that they spend on other stuff, which you think would be like unnecessary.
Sure.
Like they spent like over £1 million painting the Union Jack on the tail of the plane, and it's like, how many people could that have supported? Just like that, like when they redid like the nuclear defense and stuff like this, and other stuff, like would do with MPs having second homes, like our members of Parliament, I guess, like your governors or senators. I'm not entirely sure what the exact sort of equivalent is, but like they're entitled to have a second home that's paid for by the taxpayer. Like why? It's just crazy. The money is there. They could really sort of like help people, but they don't want it because it would take away from their sort of like nest egg, their protection.
Yeah.
Just a funny comment in chat from Alexis guy says, when you turn off the news because you're sick of Chima Talk, then you come here.
Well, it's a pretty big topic though.
Yeah.
It's affecting all of us right now, isn't it? So
it's something we have to talk about. I mean, it's like it's life. You're in our daily lives, so we can't.
It impacts everyone everywhere. Like if you did anything today, it probably impacted you in some way. I did see an article though, and I don't know how true this is, but it said if the United States, at least, if we really buckled down for like 6 to 8 weeks and really did something on this, you could essentially eradicate this. But people aren't willing or able in some cases. Like, you have to go to your job, and it's tough to be like, well, I'm just going to stay at my house for 6 weeks. But then I see pictures of like South Korea. They're actually delivering food to people. Like, the government is giving people supplies to be like,
our government doesn't care about us enough to do that. Is what it is.
Probably.
What do you mean probably? They just probably do it.
It's like your president at the moment is too busy like endorsing food brands from the White House Oval Office at the moment.
No, he's too busy playing golf to
Have you seen that? Like, he's like a photograph of Trump at his desk in the Oval Office with like a range of different food products. He's like,
my God,
I didn't think like presidents were allowed to endorse like.
They're
food
not.
Brands.
It's ethically wrong. There is a thing that says like they can't, like, you can't have like President Obama wearing like a Nike hat and being like, Nike, just do it. Like, it's not ethically right.
What?
Yeah.
I mean, if I was president, I'd do that. I'd be like, Nike, thank you for the sponsorship. You know, like
but you can't. Like, you're supposed to be an unbiased person. Like, say I became president and I have all this stock in I don't know, like Tesla, and then you show me in the front of the White House riding in my Tesla, like driving it around. Like, it's just it's not. Well,
first of all, if you have stock in Tesla, I'm gonna question your motives to begin with.
And Greg, if you become president, I need at least a free pass to the White House every couple
Especially with like someone who Trump, who was a businessman to begin with anyway. You know, I know he stepped down with like acting positions of like his companies when he became president, but like he still has a vested interest in them, you know?
Right. And like, how tempting would it be to be like, hey, we need a national hotel chain. How about Trump Hotels? Let's make that the national hotel chain.
We have so many national hotel chains. What are you talking about?
No, I'm saying like, just as like
example,
as an example, like, you could, any business enterprise you have and you have that kind of power, you could make that the thing. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It would be way more dangerous if you had somebody that was like the head of like Boeing or somebody that makes like war machines become president. Then they're like, we need to go to war so I can make some planes. Let's pick a place.
Yeah.
Take your time.
Let's pick a place to go to war with because I need to raise my stock price.
Yep, basically.
It's crazy.
I'm still like baffled that Trump is in power. To be honest with you, I mean, I'm not throwing shade on your country at all. I just feel like it's just. Because I remember I was in New York like ahead of the election. You know, like obviously he won. Supposedly, and like everyone was like, "Oh yeah, it's a joke. You know, he's not going to win." Everyone was so sure he wasn't going to win, and then he did. It's just bizarre how it happened. Like, you know,
winning's one thing, but then to do like many illegal things and still not have any kind of consequences is probably the more alarming thing.
I can't believe when he got impeached and nothing came of it. And it wasn't down to that. Was it Congress that said that they couldn't use certain evidence, and that's why?
Well, the Senate is all Republicans, so they stick with their own, and that was the end of it, you know?
Yeah, I mean, I think I read something about that before, like with Obama, like that was part of the reason why he couldn't like get half the stuff he wanted to through because like he had to take it before Congress, and Congress is like all Republicans, so it just wasn't happening.
I mean, you could have this thing that's like, hey, I found this way that everybody could have like unlimited resources for anything they need. No one would have to work. No one dies. No one struggles. And all you have to do is just sign this thing. But you're a Democrat, and Republicans would be like, "Yeah, I don't think so. No."
Yeah.
You just go with your party.
Another stimulus thing.
I don't know. I think that money's gone.
What is stimulus? I'm curious because I've heard like Shy talk about that in the past. Can someone explain that to me?
It's a copy upload essentially.
It's very simple. I'll explain it to you. When a man loves a woman,
no, not that, BFAB. No.
Oh my.
No.
Wow.
Oh God, not that.
Oh, now I know I wrote
here's the informal thing of what the stimulus is. They asked whoever, Congress or whatever, to get a lot of money, like a lot of money, and they were like, okay, you can have a lot of money, but this money has to go to the people and not just to corporations. And they're like, okay, deal. We'll have an oversight committee to make sure that happens. And then when it actually passes through, they're like, okay, we're not going to have the oversight committee, but we're going to give everybody like a little breadcrumb here and there. But we're going to take all that money and just disperse it however we see fit. And it just disappeared and without any kind of trace.
So there might be a second one. I guess they go back. Sorry.
I'm just saying, like, say you owned a bunch of hotels that are maybe struggling because not a lot of people are staying in hotels. You could then essentially funnel a whole lot of money into that hotel potentially because you feel the need, even though you're a multi-million-dollar corporation. And meanwhile, you give everyone $1,200, man, woman, and child, or whatever, and be like, yeah, there you go. Good luck living off that.
So that's what the stimulus check is then.
Yeah,
it was $1,200 per person.
So there might be another one that happens. They go back on like to the recess or whatever it is, July 20th, and they're going to decide, or I guess that's when they start talking.
You know anything about politics?
I keep up a little bit.
BFAB's like, I heard that I was getting money. I started looking into it.
Exactly. And so this one, if it goes through, Trump wants it to be more than the original 1,200, but it's only going to be given to people who made less than 40 grand.
Right.
So, woohoo! This is the only time I'm happy about making less than 40 grand.
Well, I just want to tell you, more money does not equal more Tinder matches.
I mean, let's say it's $1,500 this time. Maybe I can put $1,500 on that plastic surgery.
You know what I'd like to see? I think that's a great idea for people that are making that kind of money, but I think it should all whatever money they get approved should all go to those people.
Yeah.
There should be no other little.
Like going back to what I said as well, like how I mentioned, like I can't think of the other stuff that in the UK they said specifically that costs way more than it would to support businesses and people like unemployed and on low income, to stay at home until like the end of the year. But like one of the things is like these large companies that pay no tax like at all, like Amazon, Starbucks and stuff like that. It's clearly some sort of like corrupt system where you've got these massive companies that are not actually helping our economy in the sense that they're not paying corporation tax, stuff like that. They're like, yeah, they're employing people and and giving people wages, but you're going after like small businesses and saying like, oh, if you don't pay your taxes, you're going to jail. And then you have massive companies like Amazon and Starbucks, and like their tax alone could like fund our national health service for a year. It's just insane. And then what they're saying is, we need to raise taxes because there's not a magic money tree, or as the phrase has been thrown around a lot recently. So like we gotta get the people to pay for it. It's just I hate getting dragged into politics, but at the moment it feels like there's so much going on in the world that people are actually starting to question the status quo now.
Yeah, it's probably a good thing. It's the thing that's unfortunate is that the people that make the rules are heavily influenced by the people that contribute to them, and the people that contribute to them are the people that are the Starbucks and the Amazons, and that's why you unfortunately elect people that don't necessarily represent your interests, because they honestly probably don't care about you so much.
You're telling me Donald Trump does not care about me?
I mean, you would think that a guy that's a billionaire or whatever could really relate to you, BFAB, as a voter and be like, I'm going to do the thing that I need to do. Like, I know what it's like to be BFAB. I've been in his shoes, and I'm going to do the thing.
I'm so sorry to hear that, Greg. How much money can fix your problems?
Well, it's like they said, like 50% of the entire world's wealth is owned by 1% of the population.
I'll be back. 1 second.
I think we should just elect a dude. Like, I want to see a dude I want somebody that's getting the stimulus package that makes less than $40,000. I want him to go represent me in Congress. Because I feel like
you're a billionaire.
The problem is that they say like your power corrupts and absolute power corrupts absolutely.
Yeah.
That's the classic thing is once you get to that level of power, you stop being who you were before you had it, and then many people that sort of warps their viewpoint.
And that's why Trump should have been an amazing president, because he's so wealthy that you wouldn't think he could be swayed by anything. Like, dude, I don't need your money, right?
Yeah.
Like, I don't.
The thing is, he's a very eccentric person with very extreme views.
Right. I think a lot of people were just sick of politicians in general, and they saw him come in from the outside and were like, yeah, this guy, like, he's not a corrupt politician like the rest of these.
Wasn't it like Hillary Clinton who went up against him? It wasn't really a strong candidate either, was it?
No, and there still isn't this time either. So I think the same thing's going to happen again.
I mean, I remember when George W. Bush was in power, and everyone was like, "Oh my God! Like, how did he get in power? He's definitely not getting a second term." And then he did. It was like, yeah. I feel like it's almost like a done thing now. I mean, I'm, again, not trying to throw shade, but I feel like with most presidents, once you're in for the 8 years.
Historically, it's been that way since 1992, it's been that way.
Yeah. I think isn't there like there's been one president that had like that was in power, lost, and then came back in power?
Yeah, that Grover Cleveland. He did that. He was president, then somebody else took over, and then he got back in.
They're like, yeah, that guy, he was actually not that bad. We should probably get him back.
All this time, I thought Grover Cleveland was a guy from Sesame Street. No, I'm kidding. Bad joke.
Yeah. Your news is about as accurate as most cable news networks.
I would like to say I was the first one to break the new Star Wars rumor. Thank you. BFAB News.
I like to say I was the first one to actually figure it out because BFAB wouldn't tell me.
How many times has BFAB said that? Like, I was the first person to break the
news.
Shut
up, Craggle. I just had to. It's my flag.
I like to tell you.
It's all he has in life, Craggle. Just that
is the boast of a man who needs to get laid.
Oh my! I don't know. I'm looking at people's videos, and like even today, my video is doing horrible. I don't know. It's really weird.
You know why? Because nobody cares about Monkey Kid.
No, I mean because my last video. Okay, here's the thing. So there's been videos. Shut up. There's been videos recently where like I've been the last to post it just because I don't have press releases, and they're doing amazing. Well, this video, I was the first one to like post a video today, other than Instagram, for the Monkey Kid thing, and the video's just doing bad. It's been like 9 hours and only 359 views. I'm just like, dang, that hurts.
Play the long game. Don't worry so much about that.
Yeah. I don't on my channel. Like I used to get like almost 1,000 views almost like overnight with most of my videos, and then they'd sort of peter off, and someone would continue, some would sort of stay there. Recently, most of my videos have been around 500 views for ages, but then all of a sudden, then they'd like jump up like 2 months down the line. So,
I mean, I've been having that recently with like a lot of my top 10 videos, where like a random top 10 video 1 week will just do amazing. I'm like, why is this video doing amazing? And you can't tell, you know. I think they're like recently like
with the mystical forces of YouTube.
It's the YouTube gods have smiled upon you.
Yeah. No, like recently, like series that I've been really like content making has been my Q&A series, other than editing. Like, you know, but yeah.
Speaking of Q&A series, after this live stream is over, be sure to check out the new Q&A and be sure to ask a question if you have one. Thank you.
I felt like I was in a train getting an announcement then.
Well, it's just like for me, I look at it like this. So my last Q&A was almost 13 minutes. It took me 9 hours to edit the whole thing.
9 hours.
9 hours. Like
9 hours.
You clearly were doing something else at the same time.
Yes, yeah. I mean, I always do other stuff, but I can't just sit there and edit. But like,
yeah, I don't think you were getting what Craggle was saying.
Oh.
What was I saying?
I mean, I try to make it really cool. Like I had the Star Wars spaceship with like a galaxy background moving, so it looked like it was kind of like flying.
You do too much in your videos, and that's why like your Q&A series, you don't need all those stupid effects in them. I don't like that.
I love it.
I spoken.
Hey, make what you're proud of, dude.
It makes sense now.
I'm not disliking it. I just don't like the special effects.
Talking about me and Rogan a podcast, I want to see like Jim Blade and BFAB do a collaboration.
We already have. Jim Blade's one of the few people that have actually pulled through and actually did the collaboration.
Really?
Yeah. I'm like, hey Jim, let's do a Ninjago video, and he's like, okay.
Oh yeah, that video.
And so like most people, when I say, hey, let's do a collaboration, they never go through. Like I never go through with them. So yeah, Jim Blade's one of the only few people that have actually went through with the collaboration.
Oh, but the set's done. I have 3 pieces left over that I probably shouldn't have left over. So let me just.
Jim Blade risked his whole YouTube career to work with BFAB. That takes some guts.
Yeah.
Good guy, Jim Blade.
He's probably regretting that now.
He's like, that's why my channel died. I'm kidding.
Now we're waiting for the BFAB and Greg collaboration on the Jim Blade diss track that we're working on, right, Greg?
Oh, man. Yeah.
You did a diss track?
Diss track. We're doing a remix.
Of what?
We're doing like the dubstep version of it too.
Who's it again?
Jim Blade. We're making a Jim Blade diss track.
Oh, right. Okay. I thought you two were working together.
No,
we've been planning this for years.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Is this spider thing?
Craig, feel free. You can feature on the diss track too.
Really?
Oh my god! Just picture if I actually did that as a joke. I feel like Gimblade would just like get attacked because people can't take jokes in the Lego community.
Oh my god! Did you see like that guy kick off at me because like I was on someone's stream and Rogue was on it, and I jokingly went, "Oh no, not Rogue! I can't stand that guy." And I was plainly joking, and then like Rogue replied to me like, like, "Oh, hey, Cracker," and stuff. And this guy was like, "Oh, I can't stand you, Cracker. You always have a go at Rogue. Like, what's your problem with him?" And all this. Like I'm joking. He is my friend.
They don't know the true nature of your relationship. Take that for however you want to take it. It's fine.
We'll take it.
I'm getting worried now, Greg. I thought it was just your wife that had the British.
When Rogue turns 18, you're going to tell him how you feel about him.
Oh my god!
Yeah, he's only about 11, isn't he? So
I think so. I'm pretty sure.
Wait.
I'm more concerned that I found out that your missus fancied him 2 years ago when he was doing YouTube videos the first time, and he's 11 now. So your missus.
There's some misinformation there. It's not the first time. That's the second time.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it started 2 years ago when his beautiful voice came
so
through.
He's 11 now. It was 2 years ago, so he must be 9 then. And your wife fancied him then, and she works in a school.
I know it's weird.
Can someone get a hold of the authorities, please?
FBI,
Oh my god! That's why I'm calling somebody a pedophile.
So the set is done. I'm gonna do my thing. So
I would like to say I do not think Miss Brickatek is a pedophile.
Right.
You have to just like confirm that.
Don't worry, Greg. I got you covered.
I knew she should have asked for his ID.
One second, let me get these figures.
He's gonna walk in and just like start yelling at you.
He said he was in college. I just assumed he was like a child prodigy or something, you know.
All right, so here's the main feature: is that there's a lever in the back, you push it, and the spider jumps down. That's Mrs. Brickatek's in chat.
Uh-oh.
Is she really?
Yes, she is.
Does that mean she subscribed to Gimblade now as well as Brickatek Live?
She subscribed to Gimblade? Like, who would do that?
She must have notifications turned on as well. Like, wow.
Oh, well, she knows I'm doing this. What did she say? What'd she say?
Thank you.
Oh, Shy's here.
What, Shy? What?
Shy's lurking too.
How do you know? Oh, hush. Wait, we gotta verify that it's a real Shy because there's all these fakes out there.
Brick Clicker said I covered the Brickheads like 2 weeks ago, laughing. Dude, you covered leaks. I can't cover leaks anymore. I have a strike on my channel.
The mod symbol next to him.
Yeah, it's him.
Shy, you gonna pop in, sir?
All these fake Shies appearing everywhere.
So, this build is very nice. Definitely worth the price I paid for it.
$5.
You'll find out tomorrow.
Greg, is it me or does that look a little bit like Castle Grayskull?
It does. By the power of Grayskull.
I have the power.
Does that castle have jumping spiders that fall off the face of it? I don't think
I'm terrified of that set. It haunts my nightmares. Ah!
But also, you get the very rare Samukai minifig. Comes in 2 sets. This set and the Fire Temple. So there's that. You also get
you're like a used car salesman.
What?
This feels like a review, and you said you weren't going to review the set in this stream.
No, I'm talking about it
Yeah, I guess we probably should talk about Lego a little bit.
Yeah. But we talked about Jurassic
World. Yeah.
There was like 1 minute that we talked about Lego outside of politics and coronavirus.
You can fly it around separately, which is something. And there's also these turrets up there that have quick fire missiles with the skeleton heads on them. So skeletons firing skeleton heads. Take that as you will. I will not tell you how to take that. There's also a prison down here and a bunch of stuff like that. Small details.
Oh, we just got an ear reveal.
What?
Oh.
We just saw your ear.
Screenshot that.
But yeah, just like a little prison down here and simple stuff. So overall, a good set. Is it worth $70 that it retailed for? Probably not, because it's only got like 518 pieces, I think, something like that. I think.
How old is the set? When did it come out?
2011. The set has 518 pieces, and it's $70. It's a bit expensive for $70, but if you can, To get it sealed, this thing goes for like $400.
If that was a city set, Jim Blade would be crapping all over it right now.
I have a problem with it being $70. It should have been $50, but again, there were some larger pieces like these and these.
I'm surprised that was $70 9 years ago. That seems like a heck of a lot. Like normally you think it'd be less then because of inflation, but wow.
Right.
I think $70 back in the day, it was like kind of the main thing that people cared about when the first wave of Ninjago came out. I felt like that was a fine deal. But Ninjago, so.
Oh, look, it's that Rogue Runner. I really don't like him.
I thought you said, "Hey, Blade Runner." I was like, "Dude, Blade Runner's here."
But overall, I think this set is a solid 8 out of 10. It's the price is, but I paid less than retail for it.
Oh, watch out, Greg! He's saying hello to your wife.
Oh no,
Rogue.
That's how it all starts.
Rogue.
Hold on. There was a comment that says, Mrs. Brickatech said, "I've been subscribed to Jim Blade for like 2 or 3 years."
Wow.
How did she survive this? She's still alive.
Rogue, I thought you said you were going to join. We have some important things we need to discuss.
He might be hanging out with Miss Brickatech right now. Greg, go check on your wife real fast.
I'm down here.
Rogue, go back upstairs, Rogue.
She's been listening. Infiltrated. Quick, abandon ship.
Yeah, and I don't appreciate the pedophile commentary.
I didn't say that.
I would like to say I disagree.
I think it was Craggle. I think B-Fab surprisingly offended you.
Yes.
I can tell you it wasn't me because
I didn't say anything.
Do you know why it wasn't me? Because in the UK we say pedophile, not pedophile.
Gonna get me demonetized.
Jim Blade's stream has no monetization at this point. 0.
Alexis Gallery, yes, this is a white background for reviews for the summer sets, which I'm gonna start working on probably tonight.
I mean, for me, I never got the pedophile vibe, so that's why I had to say.
Whoa. BFAB, is it true that you're no longer monetized?
For a second, like, let's see if it's still that problem. Let's see if I still have that problem.
When you're on a monetized stream, like, his videos got demonetized.
Okay, I'm back. No, like, literally during the stream, like, these little, like, warning signs, like, appeared over, like, 30 videos. And so, like, monetization is not available at the moment. Now it's back to normal. But, yeah.
Oh, that's happened to me a couple times before. It's YouTube being on drugs or something.
A bunch of my live streams that BFAB are in have the yellow monetization symbol.
Oh, I can imagine.
Can you imagine more YouTubers that get made for kids? BFAB.
I think I've been very PG, like, on this. Like, it depends the mood I'm in, you know. Like, you get that mood where you're like, you don't care what people think, and there's other days where you're just like, I'm just gonna be like zoned.
I need.
Were you gonna sing, Craigle?
Sometimes BFAB gets feisty, and you got to settle him down.
I should also show the other thing I got with this, because this came with another set too. I forgot. It came with a very rare Ninjago promotional card shrine thing.
Well, this is very unfair to the people that are trying to guess the price because it includes something else now as well. So.
Well, the closest person was within $5, and
we'll do it like Price is Right. So whoever gets closest wins the set.
No, nobody's winning anything.
And Jim Blade will pay for shipping, and probably include some extra stuff in the box as well. And this is worldwide, so anyone in the world can enter, and he will do it because he's a man of his word.
If you win, you get Craggle's first one.
You won't even ship it. He'll come to your house and personally hand it to you.
Oh, Jim Blade, when are you doing a giveaway?
Probably 2,000 subscribers.
Yeah, when are you going to give away that Bricktober set that you only have one of?
Oh, yeah, never.
Yeah, I want you to give me a set. Like, what do I have to do? Like, just type something in or leave a like or something?
You got to promote me on your community tab.
Oh, yeah, and Greg, you can send me the Lord Business Lair set, and if you can't send that, you can send me R2D2.
Oh, that's very generous of you. Thank you.
You can send me the Nexonite set. I'll appreciate those.
It's so considerate when you're demanding something to give me some options.
Next time, if anybody ever
I literally got a letter that said that.
Really?
I got a letter. I read it on air, and it was like, I would like you to send me this set, and if you can't send that, you can. I was like,
oh my gosh, that's great.
I was like, okay.
Greg, I'm glad you got my letter. I'm so
right
disappointed you didn't send anything. So.
Yeah.
Didn't know if you ever do a giveaway, like, and like if somebody asks for it, like you say, yeah, I'm doing a giveaway, but you're not allowed to enter since you asked for it.
I did a giveaway once, and it was like the worst experience ever because I said like I was going to do it when I reached a subscriber count, and people like were like saying like, "Oh, can I have it?" And then they were like, "I think you should pick me." I was like, "I'm going to pick the person at random who comments on this particular video." So you have to comment on this video and also be subscribed. And people were like going, "Oh, like you should pick me because like my dog died, or you should pick me because
Roof died.
I have like 11 fingers and 9 toes." It's like, no.
Wow. I usually say I don't do giveaways. I do contests, and I always like reverse them. I say, what would you want to do for a contest? Like, what do you want to do to earn it? And they're like,
that's a good way of doing it.
Never response. I did do a giveaway once where it was completely unannounced. I picked my worst performing video of the month, and I picked from the commenters on that video. So it would have been the most diehard of and true fans. They got entered into it. As opposed to doing a thing where you're just like, hey, I'm giving this thing away. Make sure you comment.
I mean, Greg, you've also done a giveaway where like whoever like you picked your super chatters or whatever. But I won that giveaway. I still remember.
It was like a raffle, I guess. That was a giveaway.
In the end, though, with that giveaway, when I picked the winner, I did like the random like selector thing that you do like on Google.
Yeah.
And I had to go for the third person because the first 2 people it picked had since unsubscribed to me.
Oh wow!
Or they never were subscribed. So they just
how do you check and see if they're subscribed or not? How do you
tell them that to put their subscriptions on public?
So.
Mine are private because I don't want people to know when I like unsubscribe from them.
Oh yeah, because we had that one issue. Yeah.
Oh.
Greg, why would you
know?
Dude, I thought we were friends.
It wasn't you, BFAB. It was someone else.
I know.
I'd like to know.
And I'm like to say the years I've known Greg has unsubbed to me 3 times.
He's on my channel on all his devices, so his wife can't hear my voice.
You know, I go to BFAB's channel. I'm like, yeah, this kind of seems like something I'd like, and then I watch his videos. I'm like, nope, unsubscribe.
I remember though, like back in the day, because like I've known Greg, I think since like 2014, 15 maybe. But like I was like, oh, okay, he's subbed. Oh, he's gone. He's okay, he's back. Okay.
I'm very specific with my subscriptions because I actually use my subscriptions tab, and if I don't watch like videos, like if I go through my stuff regularly, and if it's a dead channel or if I haven't watched your videos in the last like 6 months, I'm just like, yeah, I'm just gonna unsubscribe. I know some people just like subscribe to everybody and their sister, but I don't know. It's something that
I know Greg still subscribed to me because he just commented on my community.
I need to start commenting on more people's videos. I've just like lacked time, or like I will, let's say like Greg, let's say I miss like 5 of your videos. I will watch 5 of your videos one day in a row, and then I will be like, well, I just watched 5 videos. Do I need to comment? You know what I'm saying? Like I think that like for me, that's what I end up doing. Which I'm gonna start commenting again. It's just like I found like I'm struggling like replying to comments or like watching like videos on time. So
what was I gonna say? I lost it.
Sorry, I distracted you.
She was distracting me.
Oh yeah,
bro, get up from underneath the table, okay? Run!
Oh my god!
Wow.
I was going to talk about daily content. Like, I feel like people that put out daily videos, it's like way too much. Speaking as someone that does it, because I know Brickstar. I love watching Brickstar's videos, but he puts out so much content that I can't keep up with it, and I find myself watching like 8 videos in like a 1 hour time period just to get caught up on all the stuff that he put out. And it's like, whoa, dude, slow down the content. I can't keep up with this. And I'm like, wait, is this how people feel about my stuff? Probably.
I do find that I kind of I've missed a lot of Brickstar's content recently. I still like watch his stuff, but it's just like they're longer videos, at first. That's the thing. It's like when you make longer videos, you make a lot of videos, it is so hard to keep up, you know?
It's like a commitment for you to click on. Like if it's an 18-minute video, it's like, man, I'm really invested in this to click and watch 18 minutes.
Well, a lot of the time, like I'll listen to his videos on in the background. Like the one time where something happened and he mentioned me. Like I don't think I ever commented on the video, but like I listened to that whole thing and I think it was like a 20-something minute video or something. And I'm just like, I usually don't have time to just like comment. If I'm listening to your video for 20 minutes, like commenting, even though it takes like a minute to comment, like that, like 20 minutes already spent invested into that video, So
I don't think you have to comment on videos. Like I try to comment when I can, like, hey, just to say something, but you don't have to. It's not an obligation or anything.
Yeah, but I like doing, especially like with people who have like no comments. Like I try to do that to them. Like I started this thing, what I do, which I realize a lot of people really freak out, and it makes me feel good about myself. I know it sounds really cocky, but like I will go to Lego and I'll go live and I'll just comment on random people's streams. And let's say 80% of the people know who I am. Like getting that reaction, and let's say if they'll ask me to sub or they're cool on their live stream, I'll do it. And now, like I know I'm never gonna watch their content, but it's like it means the world to them, and that's why I do it. You know, so
I get it. Yeah.
Greg's like, yeah.
I go to people's streams, only it's not me. It's other people.
Yeah.
Like someone commented that I got blocked on the 72-hour stream on somebody's channel for I don't know what I did, but I apparently got blocked on it.
Good job.
But I mean, here's the thing, and this is so petty. A-Falls, a lot of A-Falls, if you're watching this, you guys are kind of scummy. But
don't even start with. Don't even do it.
No, I've seen a couple fake Gregs where all they do is say hi and they get blocked within that second.
Yeah.
Just a hi. I'm just like, so if Greg actually wanted to just go say hi to them, you're gonna block him?
Apparently.
So I'm just like, dang.
Why can't we be friends?
They probably just assume that
we be friends. Why can't we be friends?
I think the best way though is to, success is the best way to shame them. I think that's what it is, like you look at you, Greg, and I always say this, like success, right? I mean, like,
wait, do we actually have to look at him though? Like,
I wouldn't recommend it.
Yeah,
it hurts.
Hey now,
but
hey
success is the best way to. Success is the best way to shame people, and at one point, I want to be so successful. Like I can tell everybody to fuck off. Like I mean, that would be amazing. I kind of like it, but not tell you guys to screw up, but like the people that like I've worked so hard to get everybody to like me, and I think I've realized like I can't win, right? Like for me, it's like. The last 2 years, I've tried to stay out of drama, but like I always get dragged into it, and I try to get everybody to like me. And I realize I can't win. And I think I've recently kind of discovered that. But I'm like, if I became a YouTube channel with 100,000 subs or whatever, and people didn't like me, screw up, I'm making money. I'm doing this full time. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of how I look at things.
Well, I just want to say, if you want everybody to like you, you're always going to fail because I will always not like you.
What, Craigo? After what I offered you,
one person that doesn't like you.
No, BFAB, you didn't let him finish. He will never like you because he already loves you.
Wow. I didn't picture Craggle being that sweet to BFAB, but wow, that was impressive. That was really nice of you to say.
That's the best way to shame them. I don't like people who are jealous of others' success and they get upset because they're not at that level. For a while, like I used to see when people like got bigger than me, I wasn't jealous of them, but I'd be like, dang it, I wish I could be in that position. But like I think a lot of people, they look at people and they go, well, they reached this goal. I'm upset. I'm going to hate them because I have not reached their level, And I never can understand that perspective.
Yeah, this is guy I can't stand. This guy called Brick Attack. He just does my head in. He's like got everything. He's got a really hot wife. He's got a cute kid.
Oh my God. Crying off.
Like, he's so full of himself. Like he says he hates people and does daily videos, but he does daily videos. Oh my God. I swear with all the troubles in my life, I'd love to beat his face in.
What a hypocrite. He's obviously a fraud. He's definitely a fraud. You can tell.
Yeah.
Wait, did Craig just say what I
he
thought
always
he said?
does like this.
Yeah, he said that before.
Well, like he clearly like is like sniffing glue beforehand, so he cries on his podcast.
I mean, I've seen it. Loser.
I've cried so much around y'all. It's just like it's a daily thing now. I feel.
He cries tears of happiness.
It's just when I'm drunk, like for me. And I love how Shisa record this later to beef. I remember, dude, I'm not drunk today. I can't. I don't feel like getting drunk today. Like So. Get it off. Oh, okay.
What was that?
I thought you guys were trying to put my face on big screen. I was about to start crying.
No, I did something better.
I see it. B-Shop loves Craigle. That is true. I will scream it the whole world hears.
I didn't know you could change that.
He
can change it as well.
Yeah,
he can change it to anything he wants.
Oh boy.
That's a downfall.
Sorry, I made it better.
Craig loves BFAB?
Yep.
Whatever way works.
I feel like that might be fake news.
Yeah. I'm not buying that.
Craig,
to paraphrase Ryan, I'm not picking up what you're putting down.
Craig, I thought we had something.
He's not smelling what the Rock's cooking.
Yeah, we do. We have like hatred and like hostility.
Hatred that turned into love, right?
I think Craggle, he has like this thing where he's afraid to admit that he loves you, so he actually hates you. Like you see how he is with Rogue? Like that is he does the same thing with you, BFAB.
Oh, like when you reject women and they get really upset because you rejected them and then they hate you?
He doesn't want you to break his heart, I think, is what the problem is. So he's trying to play it cool.
I'm sorry, Craig. I didn't know I broke your heart.
Well, he's worried that you will in the future, so he's trying to act like he doesn't like you.
Oh. Craig, I'm sorry for friend zoning you. I just feel like we're just better off as friends, you know?
Oh. That's tough, man. That's tough for him to take on.
I mean, how do you argue with something like that? You know, I got nothing.
The first step is acceptance, I think.
It's like when someone says, "Oh, you're in denial," and you go, "I'm not in denial. See, you're denying it." You know, you just got ends to it.
Why are you so angry? I'm not angry.
No, I'm not angry. You're angry.
Stop yelling.
Somebody calling a fake Mr. Gold on the internet again, putting it as real. Oh my god. Gotta call them out. That is a fake Mr. Gold. Okay.
If you want to see a fake Mr. Gold, come to my channel.
Yeah, but you're not like people go on eBay and they sell things like this, and then people get scammed. I've seen a fake Mr. Gold get bought for $800, and like I told the seller, the seller told me to basically screw off, and then the person bought it for $800. What happened?
I know how that seller feels.
Getting told to screw off?
Yeah, like.
Oh, I mean, I've been told to screw. It's great. So.
Have you ever told yourself to do it?
I have. It doesn't work.
One of
I
his
was supposed to be
personalities.
working on a new video. I haven't done anything.
Craig, isn't that why you left earlier today?
Yeah.
He left to take a nap.
He took a snooze.
I ended up. I took a snooze in the end.
Sometimes you
I
have
thought
to.
you and your girl. I heard you whispering.
Don't you take that sentence any farther.
No. I just heard some I could hear the love between him and his girl, so I thought they did the little dirty thing.
Oh my god! I just said don't do that, and you did it anyway.
Baby.
When I kept it PG.
He did the dirty thing. I don't know what that means.
What you mean, like a naughty kutch?
I don't know what that means.
I told you what kutch means. Didn't I remember on the game stream?
I didn't put it in my Craggle dictionary.
I remember the conversation. I don't remember the meaning.
All I remember is cheeky Nando's. That's all I remember from
Kutch is like a type of cuddle, like you can have sex to cuddle, but you can also say like kutch over. So if you have a naughty kutch, well, I'll let you.
Okay. Poor Jim Blade stream. He's gonna have to take this down afterwards. It's just not even gonna exist.
How long are we gonna go? I think we go for another half an hour.
We can turn this into a private chat stream.
I blame Dave for this. This is what happens when we don't get our usual game stream going. You know, we have
get it out of your system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Why can't you do it live stream? Why can't you do it somewhere else?
Well, you were the only one that was streaming, so now it has
I was streaming earlier. What was wrong with his?
Did you ruin Shy's stream too?
He had kids in his stream. Like he had Ezra and like Luna around. We couldn't do it then.
No.
Jim Blade's a kid.
There's probably kids in my chat.
Don't tell the FTC that.
I feel like kids would have.
I mean, they're all 18. They're all 18. No kids here. Nope. No kids here. No.
Nope. Didn't think so.
Wait. Oh, I thought there were some kids gathering around the white van in the back. So.
Oh dear.
Did you ever wonder if BFAB makes all those
everybody?
We start off this really intelligent conversation about like genetic engineering and like knowledge. I
can't relate to intelligent conversation
change, and then we've just devolved into basically BFAB calling like Greg's wife a child thing. And now, like, you know, we're just insulting each other.
How about those Hidden Side Summer 2020 sets, everybody?
Oh wow, good segue.
They're good. They're good.
They suck. What do you mean?
Do we have to like pay like a royalty fee to Rogue every time someone uses that?
I put that in there earlier.
No, we don't. I thought Rogue said he was joining. What a liar!
Yeah, I'm done with that guy.
Said he was joining too.
I'm done with that guy too. I'm over it.
What a bunch of losers!
You can't make a promise and then just break it like that and think you're gonna get away with it.
Random topic. I just got told to blank off by somebody and I didn't respond to their messages.
Yeah.
Who said that on my stream? Is it the same person or someone else?
Here, I'll put it in the. No, I'm pretty sure. No, this is a different. This just happened. I looked earlier today because I was busy and I didn't respond to the messages, and I just told to blank off, and that I was going to be worthless basically the rest of my life.
I knew it.
I know what Jim Blade's going to say.
Yeah. What?
You were supposed to say your line.
Well,
I mean, they're not wrong.
I was just like, oh my god! I'm just like, what? So yeah,
that seems a little aggressive if you ask me.
Figures of Jim Blade with 3 choice phrases. Absolutely not. Your opinion is wrong, and well, you're not wrong.
Yeah.
Available from all toy stores for the cheap price of $2.99.
Shy, if you are still out there, which you're probably out there lurking somewhere. If you're still out there, we need you to join for the post-show discussion so we can discuss something very important.
I feel like Jim Blade's talking like to a spirit. He's like, Shy, if you're still out there, give us a sign that you're still here. Give us a sign.
That reminds me, I watched a film on Netflix the other day in the background whilst I was working. I haven't seen it in years. It was Ghost with Patrick Swayze.
Yes.
Oh,
Whoopi Goldberg.
Yeah, that film gets such a bum rap. People just write it off as being like a stupid romantic film. There's very little romance in there. It's more like a drama comedy.
Why are we talking about romance, guys? It just reminds me about how lonely I am, okay?
Whoopi's like, Sam,
it's not all about you.
I'm so lonely. No one loves me.
It's a really, I really enjoyed it.
Oh, I like the revenge aspect of it too at the end. No spoilers. I know it's like friggin' 30 years old, but man, the revenge part of it's great.
Yeah, absolutely.
That guy was a jerk.
Yeah, I only realized as well, like, in all fairness, I don't think I've seen it since it came out, and my parents rented it on VHS back in the day.
What?
We had it on VHS.
What's a VHS?
Oh dear.
It's like a DVD, only it's on like a tape.
Yeah, no, I know.
Okay, so Star-Lord, the thing that he has like a Walkman. It's like a big version of that plays video.
There's still more.
Yeah.
I know. I was kidding.
Have you guys seen the film The Sixth Day with Arnold Schwarzenegger?
No.
Because like the bad guy in Ghost is the bad guy off The Sixth Day, and I only noticed it down. I was like, oh wow.
Oh.
Like, I think
he's got a good bad guy.
He's just I think he's gone on to just play bad guys all the time now.
He's the bad guy.
I remember as a kid being really shocked by that twist about who is behind it, you know. But when you're an adult and you watch it, it's kind of like signposted throughout.
Sorry, I missed.
So there's a Ninjago Summer 2020 sets, everybody.
I blame Mrs. Brickattack. She's distracted him again.
Clark was running around here.
There's actually Clark this time. He was talking to me, so I didn't hear. The last thing I heard was like an Arnold Schwarzenegger movie.
I think Craigle said, "I'll be back."
What are you doing?
No, Craigle was being a creep and hitting on this Brickattack.
Craigle's like, "It's not a tumor."
Not a tumor. Not at all.
Oh, that's fun. Well, I like that.
Get to the chopper.
Who is your daddy and what does he do?
Wow, you're maybe a little too good at that, honestly.
Oh Lord!
Come on, I'm right here. Come on.
Okay, I need to get my soundboard out here. We have some recordings to do, Craigle.
I'm a cop, you idiot.
Can we just replace Craigle with somebody else?
That's good.
Rogue, if you're out there, please join. Please.
You realize if Craigle wasn't here, there would be literally no entertainment value here.
Have you ever seen Tariq? I can do a really good impression of when Arnold Schwarzenegger's getting lobotomized.
Jim Blade's like, and that is all for today's stream, folks. Thank you for joining. If there's any survivors out there, I appreciate you watching.
I do remember. That was such a weird movie.
Which one?
The Total Recall.
Oh, I love that movie. The original, I mean, yeah.
Yeah.
Not the new one.
Oh yeah, they did do a new one. I haven't seen the new one.
Yeah, I don't. I tell you what, on the topic of that, I watched The Running Man for the first time in years. I was surprised at how short that is.
I used to love that movie.
Yeah. I'm a big Arnie fan anyway.
Yeah, same.
Terminator 2 is my jam. Best movie ever.
I prefer the first one, but I know like the popular opinion is that 2 is the best.
I think it was just like it was closer to like the first one was too early for me, but 2 like came out the perfect time when you're the kid that watches the same movie over and over and over again. That was my movie.
Oh, totally. Yeah, like I remember having like the Terminator 2 toys and stuff. Like, it was definitely.
I've never watched a movie like 3 times. What do you?
What? When you're a kid, you watch a movie like 500 times in a row.
I've never done that once.
Really?
Really?
What? I remember that. I remember as well when I was getting older, my sister was younger, and I used to like get annoyed because she'd like watch like one of her Disney films like back to back like 3 times in a row. Yeah. And I would like kick off. My mum was like, "You used to do the same when you were her age. Just one things you do, you know."
Actually, no. I can think of one movie that I did that with, and
Black Panther.
No, Ice Age Continental Drift. That movie was really good.
Ice Age Continental Drift.
Continental Drift, yes.
That's probably the worst of all the Ice Age movies.
That is the best Ice Age movie.
I mean, you're arguing about things that are just terrible anyway. So.
I do like the Ice Age movies. They're funny. I gotta check on Clark.
What happened to our audio? I can't hear any of you guys.
What? Oh, we're still here.
Sorry.
I was like,
yeah,
there's either something wrong with my headphones or whatever, or our stream just got shut down.
I didn't have Terminator 2 on VHS for a while. I had Terminator 1. I remember seeing Terminator 2 like when it came out. But it was a while before I actually had a copy of it, so that's probably why Terminator 1 is my favorite. But also, when I was in film school, I did like a dissertation on Terminator 1 and about genre movies. So,
okay.
Because basically, like I argued in my dissertation that the first Terminator is not a action movie or a sci-fi movie; it's actually a horror.
Oh, because he is terrifying in it.
Yeah, it literally has all the genre hallmarks of a horror movie, like them being plagued by this monster, the monster being the Terminator. Yeah, even down to like having
it so happens to be that it's like the monster though isn't just a normal monster; it's from the future and a robot, so that gives it the sci-fi aspect. I suppose.
It's a genius.
But it's a love story a little bit too, because you got John Connor's dad or whatever, and like that whole thing that's happening. So
yeah, I mean, as much as I love the second one, the first one is such a neat movie that it really didn't need a follow up. Like it's all self-contained.
Right, but then especially after 2, just based on how the rest of them turned out, you didn't need a follow up after that. Like that was the time.
No, definitely, yeah.
I haven't seen Dark Fate yet. I want to see it. I don't know. I heard it's pretty bad though.
Hey, Shai's here.
Hey fam, can you guys hear me?
Well, yes, we can.
Damn.
Cool.
No,
Awesome.
can't hear you. Nope.
That sucks.
The response to that person who just messaged me, no, sorry.
Well, who just messaged you?
Someone watching the stream.
Can I have a name?
Somebody just asked if they could join the stream, and I said no. I just don't want to reply.
Give me a name.
Call him out on the stream when he's watching it? Okay, here. I'll put it in the private chat.
Let's let him in. Let him in. Let's talk.
No.
Let him in.
Oh, yeah, no, absolutely not. No way. Yeah, no way in hell. No way.
I don't know what that is.
Wow, now the drama is escalating quite a bit here, right?
It wasn't meant to be drama. I just didn't want to reply, so I just said no on the stream.
Oh, I feel like we need to let him in at this point. Whoever it is.
No, definitely not.
You only have like 5 minutes left of the stream.
Yeah, come on in. 5 minutes.
5 minutes left in the stream. I said we're going for 2 hours.
You know, now if you let him in, it's going to be...
You said that you were going to end it like 30 minutes, like 20 minutes ago.
That is not what I said. I said we're going for 2 hours on the dot, and that's 8 o'clock.
Hey, I still got
say I've worked on. I'm still trying to get out a video, but I'd rather hang with y'all. So yay! Oh, you're so sweet.
You're supposed to be writing a resume. Did you even do that?
No.
I mean,
wow. Opportunity gives you everything, and you don't even do it.
Are you jobless again?
No. I just got offered 2 jobs. That's kind of the thing. I have a job currently. I just got offered more jobs. So
I just can't believe that you're taking the landscaper one serious. I mean, some guy jumps out from behind a dumpster and says, "Hey,
I
landscaping," and you're saying that is the job that you're considering the most. Like,
yeah,
I know, right?
No,
Did
so,
you do any research on this guy's company? Did you
so
do
he didn't tell me that, but here's the thing. I
why
talked
was
to
he
him.
behind a dumpster?
I talked to my mother, right, and she says he's legit. She's talked to him before. So
Why was he behind a dumpster?
Oh my god! I just picture this in my mind. This guy jumps out and he's like, "Hey, pretty boy, do you want to earn some money?"
I
like,
reckon,
sure.
I reckon he didn't say landscaping. I reckon he said manscaping.
I mean,
well, for $25 an hour, I will settle and do that. So I am fine with that. No, I mean it's just like
either way, do you have to give him a resume?
I mean, he knows the company. That's a good question. I mean, I told him I work at a grocery store. I mean, I feel like that was my job interview behind a dumpster. So
I feel like you don't need to give someone like that your resume, do you? Like, if that's his hiring practice, you know.
So I walked outside at night to go for a walk. I know it's surprising. And he pops behind the dumpster. He's like, police, and I'm like, no. He's like, oh, just kidding, bro. And I'm like, oh, okay. And like, how's it going? He starts talking to me. And then he offers me a job after a while for his landscaping company. He's like, bro, give me your number. I'm like, dude, I don't have my phone on me. Because like, yeah, I didn't have it on me. And he's like, okay, next time I see you, bro, I'll get your number. I'm like, okay, sounds good.
What was he doing though? Like, what was he doing there?
I'm pretty sure he was smoking weed.
What time was this at? Was this like at 9 o'clock in the evening?
2 in the morning. 2 in the morning.
Okay, so you're thinking about working for a dude that's hiding behind a dumpster at 2 o'clock in the morning.
I'm pretty sure he was smoking weed outside.
Oh my god!
Oh my god!
This sounds
area where people are hanging out behind dumpsters.
I'm pretty sure he was legit though. So
BFAB, I want you to get the job.
Over Dan Siskin's offer.
I want you to get the job just so you can tell us the stories of what comes of this, because it's gonna be hilarious.
Hey, it can make for some good content.
I don't think he's gonna live to tell a tale. This guy is gonna like cut him up and make him into a lampshade or something.
Oh jeez.
Hold on. There is a comment I do want to. I just want to. Let's see. Well, I gotta find it first.
He puts the lotion on the skin.
No, all right, there it is. So this person says, "How come there's only 15 people yet Jim Blake can't answer comments? Because we're having a conversation, and I'm not obligated to read the comments. You guys are welcome to comment. We read some every now and then, but I'm not obligated to read them. We're having a conversation. I'm not going to interrupt it.
Don't worry, Jim Blake, I'll cover for you. Jim Blake actually can't read, so
Beef is the one who can't read."
How about like you can say all that, but like in a nicer way. It is tough when you're hosting a stream and there's like maybe 3 other people that are talking, and it's like you want to desperately get to that thing that someone said, but it's hard to like just cut somebody off.
Well, there's just like there hasn't been anything worth.
Okay.
There's that too, but
I like my idea better. Jim Blake just can't read.
You're the one here who can't read.
It's like Shy's like, yeah, today guys, I found the meaning of life, and Jim Blade's like, hold that thought. I have to answer this question. What is your favorite Ninjago set? Well, let me tell you about that.
Let me tell you about this Ninjago City set. It's the most beautiful Lego set ever released, and the best set of all time.
I feel like there's different types of streams. Like there's streams where there's a lot of audience interaction and it's fueled by like the comments and questions of the people in the chat. And then there's others that are like this, where like I guess it's like the panel having a conversation about like what they want to talk about. And it's almost like listening to a podcast in that extent. Like occasionally we dip into the chat, but it's not driven by the chat. Sometimes it might just be that you're not looking for this type of this type of stream, and that a next one then will be for you.
What I think the chat should be in something like this, like I absolutely agree with that. I think the chat should almost be like a place for people to talk amongst themselves in the chat about what we're talking about.
Exactly.
I think it depends,
like an actual like a chat room more so than you need to answer every little thing that I comment in here because I'm in a live stream. That's what a lot of people think that streams are.
That's not how it works. We
not
answer
necessarily.
when we get a chance, and we're not going to interrupt in the middle of a conversation unless it's something related to said conversation.
I think, though, I look at it like this. Like, for me, like, one reason I stopped streaming is, like, for me, my streams are basically live Q&A sessions, right? I mean, that's equivalent to what it is. And so, like, for me, it's like, well, I'll just start a Q&A series and people can ask the questions there, right?
Sure.
But I feel like at the end of the day, it's like there's streams where I felt like we all were hanging out. People enjoy it, like quarantine streams. I still enjoy those streams. Those streams have positive memories for me, you know? Like, those were great, you know? We still interacted with the chat a little bit, but it was all about all of us just hanging out, you know?
Yeah.
Well, I thought you stopped streaming because you pissed off all the women.
I didn't even hear what Shy said.
Oh, convenient.
Oh, you pissed off.
I mean,
there we go.
Holy bricks, you're old. Show me your ID. You're old.
He doesn't know what you're talking about unless you use the term females. He doesn't know what women are.
Oh yeah, that's right. Hey, BFAB, remember when you pissed off all the Lego females in the community in one stream? Within 5 minutes.
I did. Yes, that
You
was.
didn't even make it to 6 minutes. You just pissed off everybody.
I that is true. No, I did. It's true. It's not wrong. Yeah.
All right, back to again responding to that one thing. If you have a question that's relating to what we're currently talking about, then ask.
Which is pissing off all the females in the Lego community.
I think that was it was 100% a classic moment when Polly Brooks came onto the stream to show her ID to prove that she was the age that she was.
Oh my god!
That was another time. But no, I'm not trying to be mean. She goes in the streams and she starts flirting with everybody, and I'm like, so I look at her YouTube channel, right, and then all of a sudden I see this lady that looks like she's in her 40s. I'm like, why is this? No. Why? I'm just like, why is this older woman flirting with everybody? And then I because I wasn't. That was the only time I've been intoxicated on Greg's stream, but it didn't stop me.
That's a lie.
No, 100%. No, 100%. I've only been intoxicated. No, a Greg stream only one time. Only one time ever I've been intoxicated on Greg stream.
It's so weird though. That feels like it was like 2 years ago. Like it was during the Tiger King sort of part of quarantine, wasn't it?
Oh my god!
Oh yeah.
No, I haven't heard anything about that in freaking months.
It feels like it was like I don't know, like a different time then, you know? So much has happened, so little has happened.
Well, it's just like during that time though, like when so I was drinking, right? I didn't know like Greg was streaming that day or whatever. I think maybe I did. I don't know.
Greg streams every day. What do you mean?
Okay, I'm trying to remember. Okay. Let me share the story from my perspective, okay? And so I was drinking, and then you see her like going in there, just like hitting on everybody. So then when I saw that her photo, I was like, oh, well, she's hitting on anybody. She might be attractive. I saw it. I was like, nope, not. And so then I called her on the stream.
Just to be clear, that only attractive people can flirt.
Basically, correct.
So BFAB,
oh, Greg, no.
Well, that's true, isn't it, BFAB?
Greg, come back.
Greg, BFAB loves you too.
I do.
Oh wait, never mind. I scared him away. Greg, BFAB doesn't love you.
I just realized that BFAB's name hasn't changed. He still says crack all over BFAB.
I feel like that's why.
Oh, he said his phone died. He will be back.
Oh, okay.
Why can't he join on your phone? This is Brick Attack.
Don't attack Mrs. Brick Attack. She will.
I'm not. I just asked a simple question.
I agree with John's Bricks. It's illegal for BFAB to flirt.
Yeah.
I don't flirt. I never flirt. Okay.
Yeah, we can tell. That's why you're still so lonely.
Well, if I flirt, here's the thing. When guys flirt, it's different than when females flirt, right? So, like, you know,
Here we go with that again. What did we talk about last night?
What is different when guys flirt than when aliens with do-rags?
Aliens? You just went.
Oh my word!
I'm trying to find a supplement.
Remember to treat all women like a person.
I do. Yeah. When I look at them, I'm like, okay, that's a female. Let's go. Let's run away.
Wait.
Do you think like they're a different like species or something?
Yeah. Yes.
Oh,
that explains so very much.
I mean, I guess technically to you they are because you're a different species to every other human, but you know.
Yes, you got it.
Remember, I don't think he remembers our conversation from yesterday. Any of your advice?
I don't think he does.
That was giving me advice on getting laid, guys. I have to get. Oh, I forgot this Gib live stream. Sorry, guys. Yes.
Wow.
Yeah.
Long story short, I tried to tell BFAB that women are actually just human beings and that you should treat them as such. BFAB was resistant to this advice, and apparently it's forgotten anyway.
He's already forgotten about it. It hasn't even been 24 hours.
I forgot. Oh my god! I remember. I'm on Jim Blade's stream. I can't make these jokes.
Yeah, you better just watch yourself.
I'm refraining.
Ryan's flexing on us in the group chat.
Who is?
Ryan's flexing. He just mega flexed on us.
I'm an R Ryan?
Yeah. What other Ryan do you know?
Oh.
Ryan's toy review?
Yeah, we are.
I've been taking my kids too much.
Yeah, Ryan, M&R Ryan just mega flexed on us, so.
And Miss Brickatech said she does stuff on her phone. She doesn't want Greg to see. Oh no, she's cheating on Greg.
Wow.
That doesn't sound like a good idea.
Basically, Mrs. Brickatech is private DM in Rogue. That's why he can't come on to the stream.
Welcome back.
I'm back. My phone was at 1%, and everyone was sounding like all weird. I'm like, what's going on here?
God.
You see what your wife's been typing in chat?
No.
Okay. Probably for the better.
I do things on my phone I don't want him to see. What?
I was just joking.
What is messages to BFAB? Messages to BFAB?
BFAB? I thought it was
that.
No, it's Rogue. I'm innocent, y'all.
I was
wow. I mean, I'm not making funny, Mrs. Brickatech, but you could do a lot better.
Then me or BFAB or both?
I mean, if you're going to jeopardize your marriage, at least do it on something that's a step up.
Craggle in your life, boys.
Oh my god.
A little bit of Craggle. Craggle, you know what I'm saying?
So you're saying Cody's settled, and not Greg.
Oh my
Every
god.
relationship is someone that settles.
No, I'm married.
I'm not saying anything.
I mean, Craig, do you want to tell everybody about the story?
No, I don't want to tell.
No. Yeah, don't tell that story on this. Even though that's one of the best stories I've ever heard
That is what
in a very long time.
Probably you should take
Including
that
my
a
wife.
Reddit.
She said the same thing.
The hype is building here.
I really was considering, like...
No, forget about your stories. Reddit post.
I'm not going to do a Reddit post.
Make it a post. Create an
That
alternate.
deserves a like.
I was going to make
That
it as
deserves its own
like
animation.
installments in the series of books that I wrote for Kindle, but I never got around to it.
Wow.
So we
I
got
can narrate the story for you, Craigle. The love was so real.
No, don't send.
No.
What would
not
you
here.
file
Not
this
here.
if you had to make a under a topic? What would you file it under, like on Reddit? Because there's different subreddits. What would you file it under?
Well, I don't think it would make it
Family
to
Matters. Family Matters. If there's a Family Matters Reddit page,
Would it be like life pro tips? Would it be relationship advice?
Stop. Let's just drop it. Like Jim Blade, what's that thing with the card on your screen? I want to see that.
there's this.
Where's Rogue when you need him?
So how about those Ninjago Summer 2020 sets, everybody?
Well, that's 2011 set. Duh. I thought you knew that. Ninjago experts. Oh my word.
Oh, yeah, well, there's this 2011 set too.
Ooh, now I can actually see the chat.
Beauty of the Fire Temple. So.
What is Ryan flexing at the moment with? Is that like a Death Star?
That's
Yeah.
That looks like the Death Star.
And
Oh,
Holger.
we had that one.
I mean, he had the old one and he sold it, so he just bought a new one. So
That means you still gotta rebuy the 2008 one, though.
Why
Yeah, I
is
guess
Rogue
that's cool.
okay to like send us messages but can't join the chat or join like the stream?
I mean, he can't. I don't know if he has to give a reason.
I'm gonna say now, like, what the hell are you doing?
Didn't he say that before he had to ask his mom if it was okay before?
No, he sent me a message. I'm not gonna tell you what he said, but I know he said.
Oh.
He said something.
It's not because of me, right?
No, he said he said it was exactly cause I can't join because that BFAB's in there, and
Yeah.
I can't be fighting with him for my love for Craggle.
It's probably me.
Oh.
I mean,
he was offended that Craggle now loves BFAB instead of him. Okay.
No, I know what it is. It's you racist Americans. You can only have one UK person at a time.
Oh, I mean, if we can only have one UK person in at a time.
We don't count you
Come
as
back,
a
Rogue.
person,
We'll put
Craigle.
you in over Craggle.
Craigle, I didn't want to tell you this, but we don't count you as a person.
Well, that's fine, BFAB. You don't count the whole female gender as a person, so you know.
You see how scary they are? They can give birth, okay? That's not normal.
And you say that you're not gay?
No, I'm straight, but I'm just saying that's not
Really,
normal.
you're not. You don't acknowledge that women are human beings, and
But
you're
I do. I don't. They're humans. I'm not saying they're
I can hear
not.
Craggle. Hey, Jim Blake, can you kick me out and bring it back in?
Oh yeah.
Are you sure you want to come back in?
I guess.
I think women are people. So yeah.
Women are people, BFAB 2020.
You say that like that's some sort of massive revelation to you.
It hurt him to say it too. I could tell. He said it like with his mouth closed between his teeth.
Oh man.
They're scary, but they're people, so yeah.
Some are scary.
Yeah, they are scary. If you cheat on them, they cut your car tires. They scratch your windows. You know they're.
It's called cutting your tires. It's called slashing your tires, dummy.
Okay.
Scary Underwood.
I mean, every time I buy a new Lego set, I get scared.
What? What was that?
Every time I buy a new large Lego set of Brickmania set, I get scared for a second.
I just
women can be scary. I'm telling you.
We believe that he's actually had a relationship with a woman.
I've dated 2 women in my life. I'd like to clarify. I've dated 2 women in my life, even though the longest one was only 2 weeks. I still dated them. So I didn't
sound like Lego Freak. Lego Freak's like, I've had 400 girlfriends. The longest relationship was 12 hours.
At this point, I reckon Clarkman's had more experience than you, BFAB.
He did have he had a lunch date the other day.
Yes,
so.
he has a little girlfriend.
Oh, really?
Oh, cute.
We have an M&R production spotting.
There we go.
I like that guy. He makes
Hello
good.
there.
Hey, what's going on,
I
man?
like that guy. What's up, everyone?
You.
Just
How's
got
the
back
Lego
from
store?
Legoland store. I know, it's cool. It was nice. They had stuff in stock for once.
Did you buy the
How
shit
was
guy?
your lunch day?
They had the Scion. They had like everything. I can't think of anything they didn't have in stock at this point.
So
Like,
what didn't you buy?
they had a lot. What didn't I buy?
Oh
Most
my
of it.
god!
Sorry. Yeah, I had to get.
You
I
only
went
spent like
to meet up with
$1,000 for
Sans and get the brick sketches. Yep. The vlog that's gonna come out of this is great. Basically, Sans. The idea is like Sans is a deranged fan, and like all the clips of him were like him like creeping on me in the background or like coming up to me and asking me weird things. So I think that's gonna be really funny. Yeah, it's pretty good. But I originally went for these. I don't know. Is it back?
Brick sketches.
Does that show my back camera?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Make them bigger. Make them bigger.
But then they had
I
other
got you,
stuff
I
in
got
stock,
it.
so I got that.
Did you get just those 2, or did you get all 4?
Can you like flip
No, I
to the
didn't get
side?
that
And how
can.
thick is it?
Yeah.
Oh, it's thin. Those are thin boxes.
Oh, how thick? Okay.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I thought they were
They're like what's I don't have
It looks like
really.
a
They're like
thick
the thickness of like a it's like a $30 box. It's like a $20. It's like the Mandalorian brickhead size box. That's what it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just not
$20
the same like thumb tab thing. That's the difference there. Yeah, that's exactly what the box size is. I'll build those. Probably build them on the stream. I have nothing else to do.
Somebody just have 200 baby Yodas.
What have you guys been up to for 2 hours on here?
Oh, I built this and showed off this.
Can you not hear us, Ryan?
Okay, I can hear you.
Can you hear us? Hello?
Can you hear me now?
I have to press the button on everybody. So I can't hear them. They made a fix for it. Okay. I think I should be able to hear everyone now.
Okay.
You don't have to kick it. There's I can just tap on you, like I can like tap on your picture and then tap I can't hear them, and then it fixes the thing.
Oh dang.
So they're admitting there's a problem.
Oh yeah, they know. They're like a rare bug on server. I'm like, I don't think it's that rare.
It happens at least once every stream we do, so it's not.
Yeah. It was definitely not that, but yeah, it's a bug. Whatever. At least they made it an easier fix where I don't have to be like, hey, can you kick me or them or everyone? And can we just restart?
Yeah.
What have you guys done for 2 hours?
Talk Lego.
Of course.
That's what you want to call what BFAB did, but
I can just say I'm looking right now, and Minifigure Dreams has like 200 baby Yodas. That dude's gonna get screwed just being so public about that.
Yeah.
I'm building.
There's someone on. You're building R2D2? Nice.
Oh yeah.
Oh hell yeah.
Fun.
Yeah, that's a good set.
I just bought a portable AC.
You bought a what?
Where's the shot?
Portable AC.
Oh.
Portable air conditioner.
Yeah.
I don't need one for the house, but I need one for the garage where Indigo stays. So
Okay.
I'm buying him an AC. Literally, I bought my dog a $300 AC.
that's probably something my mom would do.
I would do
thought
that.
you were gonna say it was for you walking around, but
That's what I thought initially. I was like,
can't
oh,
live
he's gonna put that on like on a backpack or something and wear that while he's walking around in the heat all day.
exactly.
Oh, that would be amazing. That would be a genius contraption to sell.
It's like 70 pounds. You're sweating like crazy because you're carrying it.
You have to wear a helmet so that way you feel the air.
like a spacesuit is what you need.
Exactly.
And you don't get the Rona, so you double win.
There you
Ryan, I hate to tell you, but you came in at the end of the stream.
That's okay.
Well, we can go into the post show. So.
Wait, I thought you were going for 2 hours.
It's been 2 hours.
Oh, my bad.
30 seconds, John.
30 seconds.
Sorry, hours, Shinblade.
Thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed. Next week I'll probably be doing another stream like this. Have the Spinjitzu Dojo. And
when's the 24-hour stream that we're
doing? We're gonna figure.
We're doing that in the private.
Yeah. 73 hours.
The ideal date was going to be the 1st into the 2nd of August, so first weekend of August is what I'm looking for. We'll figure it out here very soon. But thank you guys so much for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we'll catch you guys next time. And
bye, y'all.
Check it out. You guys know the drill. See you later. Bye-bye.
Sub to BFAB.
Don't do that.
Another brick.
Don't do that.